It is the time now where we visit with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network and get some insight on tonight's biggest high school football games all around the state of Arkansas as we start the second half of the regular season tonight. Brad, good afternoon. Good evening. How are you?
Doing good. Always excited to talk some high school football across Arkansas.
We're past the halfway point. We've kind of moved into that second phase. We're into conference play, and there's a lot of big games this week. Let's start with your game on the Arkansas Sports Network. You've got a big one, and these are the games. We start counting these ones a little bit more than others.
Yeah, this is one of, I believe I counted 3 games this week of matching up 2 5-0 teams with Dardanelle and Clinton. Just a really great matchup, especially in the 4A-4. We're looking forward to being there tonight. Great atmosphere there at Dardanelle. And, these two teams, Clinton's going to come in. They're going to try to run the football right at you. Dardanelle is a very physical team themselves. Physicality is never a problem with Dardanelle. And right now, I would say this one right here is the top 2 teams in the conference. I know that Ozark has something to say about that, but I think that these are the top 2 between Dardanelle and Clinton.
One of the best nicknames in the state of Arkansas in Dardanelle, the Sand Lizards. I think it may be the best nickname as far as recognition. I mean, you've got your hillbillies and all sorts of other things, but I'm going to roll with the Dardanelle Sand Lizards. You're not going to find that anywhere else but Arkansas.
Right, for sure. In fact, it's the only one in the nation, as far as I can tell. I would say that nobody even has the bravery or courage to slap a sand lizard on their team.
Oh.
So, anyway, but Dardanelle, Creed Vega is a guy that a lot of people probably have heard about at this point. One of the best players in 4A. Clinton is going to have their hands full trying to take care of him. Also, he's got Rod Chatton to throw to. Chatton's about 6'4" on the outside, very athletic. Their best basketball player, and he's one of those legacies there at Dardanelle. And they're going to be a handful for Clinton tonight, but I really think that Clinton is game. They're not going to be scared, and it's going to be a great ball game.
You go ahead, Derek.
Well, I was just going to, as we look at some of these games in depth, I was going to kind of take a broader look since we're halfway through the season, and I wanted to ask you, Brad, some of the big stories in high school football coming out of the first half of the regular season and headed to the second half. Surprises, disappointments, players to watch. Just what are some big things that have stood out to you in the first half of the season?
Well, I think we probably need to go class by class, don't we?
Sure, yeah.
In 2A, Earl has been probably the surprise of 2A. Dormant for many years. They came back this season with a vengeance, and they've got a shot here coming up. Still got to play Cross County, still got to play East Poinsett County in that division. But really, when you look at that, they've got the opportunity to really put some people on their heads if they can win those 2 games. And Teron Hurst, this kid that we've talked about before, very tough, very good player, very athletic quarterback, wide receiver, running back. They've actually, line play has been much better for them. So that's why I think they've had their improvement this year. I wouldn't call these a surprise right now, but boy, the Mansfield Tigers are really, really good. And they came out and won against Charleston last week at home. That was a great battle, and Mansfield really took a step in becoming a back-to-back winner in that 3A1. And that's owned by Charleston and Boonville, those type of teams. They're really physical in the run game. Ran for 324 last week on Charleston, and I'm telling you, Charleston's a very good football team. So that was impressive there. So I wouldn't call them a necessarily surprised. They've been deep into the playoffs the last 2 years, but when you're talking about just history, those 2 teams, Charleston and Boonville, have been the 2 teams that have kind of dominated them and the rest of that class or that conference, because they all kind of play together for years and years and years. They change here and there, but Charleston, Mansfield, Boonville, they're right there together. 4A seems to be kind of running right down what we think right now. I mean, Dardanelle, by some, have started out number one. We had them at number 2 to start out. They're number 1 right now in 4A by us as well. A big-time win last week by Heber Springs over Mills, which, we talked about contender, pretender.
Yeah.
And I said Mills is a contender, and then they get beat. So that was a really, really good win there by Heber Springs. And right now, where they're at, they're sitting in a good spot. Even though they're 2 and 3, they're sitting in a good spot in the 2-4A right now. Batesville Southside is a team right now that just kind of flying under the radar. They're really good. Owen McLaughlin is a kid for them that I don't know if people talk about him enough. He's I think he was a 2,000-yard rusher last year. Been kind of quiet this year. A lot of people talking about Trey Allen. I think they're trying to make them throw a little bit more. Allen's a dual-threat quarterback there. Last week throwing for 205 and rushing for 168. So they're really good in the 4A. Of course, you still got Arkadelphia. Nashville is probably a surprise if you want to call them a surprise right now. I mean, can you call Nashville really a surprise? But at 3 and 2, lost a couple early season games with Magnolia and Dardanelle. Dardanelle was a 2-point game. Brad Cheshire is really, really good there, and he's already got his program implemented there at Nashville, and they're in the driver's seat right now to win the 7-4A. Stuttgart's playing really well right now as well in the 8-4A, along with Hamburg, and they're going to challenge Warren. In fact, Warren and Hamburg meet up tonight. In the 5A, Greenbrier right now is one I wouldn't call them necessarily surprised, but everybody was talking about Farmington and I think Morrilton, but Greenbrier, Enoch Hassan is a kid that's just lighting it up right now for Greenbrier. He's probably one of the top players in the state overall. I don't have his rushing totals in front of me, but he's one that's probably right around 1,000 yards at the halfway point. They're definitely a surprise just because they're ranked so high right now and really considered one of the top contenders right now in the 5A. In 6A, Sylvan Hills, I think, is the one that you could probably say, they were 0-20 for the last 2 years, and Mark Kelly's turned those guys around. They're 4-1. They just beat Benton last week. Benton was another one that we called a contender, and they got beat by Sylvan Hills.
I
don't think
we're really
kiss of death
kiss
around here.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. We're going to start getting calls from coaches being like, "Stop, just quit right
Leave
now."
us alone.
Right. So they've got a big matchup tonight with El Dorado. That's going to be an interesting one. And then, of course, in the 7A, you've got Rogers and West, which are matching up tonight as well. Those two have been, I don't know if I call them surprises, but, you've got your usuals in the 7A. It seems to play down the line in 7A with Bryant and Bentonville and Conway and Fayetteville, but right now West and Rogers are kind of creeping up into that mix. And so, those are the ones that have stuck out to me so far.
Let's stay with the Rogers, Bentonville West, and Herb Street's going to have to sit this one out because he's calling the game.
I'll give you a key.
Yeah, give you a key to the game. These are two really high-scoring offenses. Rogers, last week's game against Fayetteville, they had a 14-point lead, and they needed an extra point to block at the end to win it. But that's a team that's been on the rise the last couple of years with Chad Harbison. I got to see Bentonville West up close and personal last week. A lot of skill guys on that team. This game, I think, whatever the over is, I would take it because I think we're going to see a ton of points in this one.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right about that. And I think that the winner of this one is the inside track to play Bentonville for the conference championship. And, you're talking about either Bentonville versus Rogers or Bentonville versus West. We don't even get to use Bentonville in Bentonville West because they're rivals there. So, this is going to be a really, really good one. And like you said, points everywhere. Who do you give the advantage to in this one? I don't know. Probably the team that has the ball last.
Can I say
Go ahead.
I think Bentonville West's front seven's better than I think we gave them credit for. I don't know about Rogers defensively. I think everything's on the offensive side of the ball with Jeff Regan. If Bentonville West can get pressure, now getting pressure and getting Regan on the ground are two totally different things. He's one of those guys that if he slips away from you, I mean, he can go 80 in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But that front seven from Bentonville West is better. They're much better than they were last year.
Well, defensive numbers say that they are better defensively than Rogers is. I mean, that is just the case. So, when you get into a matchup like this, that might be the difference. But you're also talking about Rogers being maybe the best offense they've faced so far. I mean, obviously, Fayetteville Fayetteville faced Rogers last week, but Greenwood has obviously got at least a claim into that for now. And I guess numbers wise, they held Greenwood down. So this one's a toss up to me. I mean, you guys know a little bit more about that than I do because you're so close to them. But man, that's going to be one heck of a ball game. That should be standing room only.
Last time at this stadium 2 years ago, West comes from 11 down, takes a 7-point lead. Rogers ties it, goes for 2, gets it, and then West scores a touchdown with 13 seconds left to end up winning the game. So your point about team with the ball last may very well win it, may very well hold up again. It's been I think West's first overtime game in school history a few years ago was against Rogers. It's been there've been some tight, interesting ball games, and I think this will be another one. Two really talented quarterbacks too. That if they start running, the other defensive coordinator is going to be throwing things because they are tough to bring down when you talk about Reagan and Trey Thompson. All right, we're talking with Brad Caldwell here from the Arkansas Sports Network on Ruskin and Zach. So let's stay in the 7 for a minute here, let's go to the 6 and then talk about the Shiloh Christian Saints and their ball game tonight against Southside. Southside putting together a pretty nice campaign, Brad.
They are. They picked up a big win versus Lake Hamilton last week. They needed to win that one. Shiloh Christian's a different level, though. I mean, I think that right now when you look at the 6A, I think there is a pretty good line of delineation between Greenwood and Shiloh and everybody else. Mountain Home did go in there, and they played them tough. I know it was a 2-touchdown game. I think Shiloh got a touchdown with like a minute left in that ball game to give it a little bit more cushion there. But I'll tell you, isn't it interesting, though, that you see this matchup? I mean, for years and years, we know Shiloh is a 2A, 3A, 4A team, and now they're playing in conference with Fort Smith Southside, and it's just something that you never thought you would see. I feel like Shiloh's got the edge here just because, they're so big up front and they can do so many things. If you want to take away the pass, they can run it. If you try to do the other, they can throw it. So I just think Fort Smith Southside's really got their hands full tonight. But being at home, you take your shot. Hopefully, feed off of the crowd and the noise and the atmosphere, and give it your best shot.
All right, we're going to take a break here and talk some more about the high school football slate tonight with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network when we get back from this break. This is Football Friday here on Ruskin and Zach, brought to you by Cassano's Pizza. They've got the games on all the TVs all weekend long for your football weekend at Cassano's Pizza. There's a location near you, and don't miss all the action at Cassano's Pizza. You can order online, go to cassanospizza.com, find a location near you. Don't forget about all the great specials that they've got there at Cassano's Pizza. They bring you Football Friday here on Ruskin and Zach every Friday. All right, we'll come back and we'll talk more ball with Brad Caldwell after this. Stay with us.
Please don't take these guys literally or seriously. Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Busy with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network here on this Football Friday, brought to you by Gasano's Pizza. Talking about Week 6, Zach, high school football.
Yeah, Brad. Who now? Tell us who the player of the week was from Week 5. We kind of glossed over that. Your Week 5 player of the week.
So it's Caden Keithley of Bismarck. He had 7 carries for 220 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah,
7 for 220?
Yeah. It's a good 30 yards per carry there.
Yeah, I'm no mathematician, but that's good.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay for sure. 2 receptions for 56 yards. He also had a interception return for a touchdown. He actually had 383
So
total.
popcorn, call
4
plays.
touchdowns.
I mean, mow the yard. I mean, what else? Good.
Right.
And he played tuba at halftime as well. Man.
Right. Hey, if you haven't seen this kid play, he definitely plays hard. He runs hard. One of the reasons why Bismarck hasn't really missed a beat this year, coming in, the only loss they have is to Mansfield in overtime at Mansfield, and we saw that obviously it's pretty tough to go over there and win that ball game. So they're definitely in the mix as far as talking about maybe going back to the state finals, and he's a real reason why they are.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get through some of more of these games here, and let's look at Warren taking on Hamburg tonight. Big one down in L.A., Lower Arkansas, as we like to refer to it. Brad, what do you think?
Real close to Louisiana.
Yeah.
That one is definitely a big one there. You're talking about for the inside track for the conference championship. A guy that you really got to watch right now is a guy named Nikel Lewis, and you want to talk about a guy that has been popping up on our D3 Auto Sales MVP of the week. Each week, I think we've put him in the fan voting like 4 out of 6 weeks. Last week, he had a low number of 250 yards and 4 touchdowns. Routinely has been in the 300s. And, if I was picking it myself, he would have won it at least 1 week. So he's a very dynamic back, doing really, really good things down there for Hamburg. I think Hamburg is going to be a handful for Warren tonight. I mean, Warren is good. They're always good. And I think that when you play Warren in that conference, there's a definitely a psychological thing when it comes down to it, because they've won the conference so many times. Right now, I feel like Hamburg could be the better team. We'll see what happens tonight, but Hamburg at home tonight, if I had to pick, I'd pick Hamburg.
I'm texting at the moment with the head coach of the Searcy Lions, Zach Clark. They're on the road this week against Jacksonville. He says he's worried about this game. He says Jacksonville is a better team than they may lead on.
Yeah, they've improved. Reggie Swinton went over there. I guess last year, he was at Forest City and moved on to Jacksonville. And I think that his presence has helped Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville's one of those teams that's probably a sleeping giant, needed the right guy to come in there and do some things. And yes, despite their record, I think that they are improved. I think that they're probably a year or two away from being really good. And right now, Searcy's playing well. They're really lightening up the scoreboard. I think they've got a little bit of a defense to go with it. And right now, who can bet against the Lions? Let's don't call them a contender because they might lose. But
he get real mad at me about
good. That. Right? It would be our fault for sure.
Yeah.
So, right now, the sophomore quarterback, Jacob Miles, is really doing well. Last week, hit 16 of 18 for 222 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, every week it seems like he's in that mix as far as just not turning the football over, getting good yardage. And, again, Searcy's got a good defense to go along with them. So, Searcy is a good football team this year, and I think they've got a good chance of winning that ball game tonight.
All right, let's take a look at some other games here. We're talking with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network. Farmington and Greenbrier. What do you think about this one?
Well, this is probably one of the top 5 games in the state, and Farmington really did a number last week, winning big, and tonight they've got their hands full. You talk about long trips. I mean, it doesn't get much longer in conference than traveling from Farmington to Greenbrier. And these two teams going to match up. The winner of this game definitely has a leg up to win the conference championship. I talked about Enoch Hassan a little bit. He's special. I'm telling you, he's a very good, very, very good player. But, Greenbrier always has a quarterback to go along with it. Jack Palmer is a kid. He threw 5 TDs against Clarksville last week. They handled Clarksville very easily last week. But, Farmington, Coach Tommy Tice, he's always got something up his sleeve. I mean, obviously, when you're talking about a guy with experience, there's no greater experience on the sideline than that guy right there. Again, it's probably for the conference championship tonight. If Farmington wins, they're going to have to go ahead and beat Morrilton. But if Greenbrier wins, they've knocked off the top 2 teams in the conference, and really, without just stubbing their toe, they're going to win the 5A West.
Let's talk about America's team, the Dirks Outlaws, on the road this week at Murfreesboro. Stubbed their toe last week, kind of a heartbreaking loss, 22-20 to Spring Hill. But they've got their contest going on, trying to get the $1 million for athletic improvements. You can, of course, can vote. We've got the link on our Twitter page. But they've really kind of taken the state by storm. I mean, everybody's kind of fallen in love with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I will tell you what, they've got a great booster club. And when I say great, I don't mean that just because they've got them out here. What I mean is they've got great people involved with them. And I think that makes all the difference in the world. Last week we were there at Dirks, and, it was just a really good back and forth ball game between them and Spring Hill, just a good high school football game. Spring Hill played them tough, and they just stayed in the game and just stayed with it. And, Dirks scored, I don't know, it was about 7 minutes to go in the game, took the lead, and you just kind of felt like that, well, Dirks is going to win this one. Spring Hill went right back at them. This is a similar type of game with Murfreesboro. We felt like Murfreesboro would be more of a top 10 type of team there, and I think this is probably for a playoff spot. I mean, when you look at this, you've got Durden and Junction City, and then you've got Spring Hill, you got Dirks, you got Murfreesboro kind of in the mix. Foreman kind of on the outside looking in right now. There's a lot of playoff jumble right there. I think the winner of this one, inside track to make maybe even the 3 seed if all goes well. Peyton Beckman, 6'4", 6'5" quarterback, throws the ball pretty well. Offense didn't go quite as planned last week for them. Didn't get enough points on the board. 20 in high school football anymore is just not enough. They got to go to Murfreesboro. That's going to be a tough one. Really a kind of a toss-up game between those two.
All right, those Pine Bluff Zebras tonight are taking on the BB Badgers. Brad, what do you think?
That's another one that's real, like, playoff-centric right now. Pine Bluff's got a lot of stuff going on around the program right now, so are they going to be distracted? Pine Bluff, historically, if this was just history, Pine Bluff wins this matchup pretty easily, but right now, BB is playing pretty well, and right there in the mix for a playoff spot there in the 5A Central. And again, this is probably for the 4 seed in that. I think you've got Joe T and Cersei, then you've got Maumelle, and then the other 4 teams in the conference: Whitehall, Jacksonville, Watson Chapel. Those 3 teams right there are all 0-2. Kind of seem to be being picked on a little bit outside of Jacksonville. They're probably, Watson Chapel's not that great, neither is Whitehall. So this game right here is probably for a playoff spot. Going to Pine Bluff is always tough, though, and what happens with this coaching situation that's around the Pine Bluff Zebras right now? How motivated are these kids to play? I mean, all of those things are going to play a factor in this ball game tonight. So that one's going to be an interesting one. Again, the winner of that one probably has a leg up for the 4 seed in the conference.
Let's start with let's go to a game that you're very familiar with. Ozark going to get on the bus, head over to Mena. That's a tempting little game here. Looking at percentage point, they feel like this one's a toss up.
Yeah, Mena's sitting at 4-1 right now. They dropped one to Pottsville a couple weeks back at home. I'm not going to sit here and say that was necessarily a surprise. Pottsville went and played one of their better games that they've played for quite a while. This is a 4-1 Ozark team. The only team that they've lost to is Charleston. Charleston got them pretty good. But Ozark, their offense is getting going. They scored 71 last week against Dover. And they've really hit their stride, I think, with Coach Watson there coming over from Salem. I think that he's really getting Ozark back to what Ozark wants to be. And so I feel like Ozark is in a good spot right here. If Ozark wins that game, they're going to play Dardanelle probably. Well, they've still got Clinton as well. So you've got Dardanelle, Clinton, and Ozark that will be battling for the top three. If Ozark were to lose that one, you got to throw Pottsville into that mix as well and say that they'll be in that top four-ish kind of jumble there. So Ozark is a big game for them. They've come off back-to-back huge wins. I think they scored 55 against Waldron and scored 71 last week. So big game there for Ozark.
A lot of points out there. A lot of points out there. We're talking with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network here. Okay, a few more. Lake Hamilton trying to bounce back, taking on Van Buren.
Yeah, Lake Hamilton had a solid performance at Fort Smith Southside. They didn't come away with a victory. Van Buren sitting at a surprising 2-0 right now in that conference. Van Buren's got a lot to play for. This is a big game for them. If Van Buren wins this one, they're probably going to make the playoffs. Which they make it, but it's usually a 5 and a 6. They kind of stay in the conference race with that win if they win the game. So two really, really big, or a big game for both teams, I should say. And really look at this game as Lake Hamilton is kind of in more of a need of it than Van Buren is in some ways. Van Buren, going to Van Buren is going to be tough. I feel like it's a real similar game to Southside. I just feel like Southside's probably just a little bit better than Van Buren is. So Lake Hamilton's got their hands full. They need to pick that victory up.
You know what I like about Brad is the Arkansas Sports Network. You can ask him a question about any team in the state of Arkansas. He's got answers, information, all this. I can't remember where I put my glasses. Brad, we're at different stages of life. Brad, talk to me about Atkins at Salem. I know this is a game you're very excited about.
Yeah, again, you've got 3 games by my count that I went and looked at that, 5-0 games. And this is one of them. And we have Atkins as a top 6 team. Salem is number 1. We saw Salem last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say. And that Salem team is a machine. They're just very, very good. I mean, you talk about just when you watch a team and you see that they know the system and they know everything they're supposed to do and they know right where they're supposed to be and they've played with each other for so long, that's what Salem looks like. But I'm going to tell you, Atkins is good. They're really good. And, whatever happens in this game will not change my mind to the fact that the Red Devils are a very good football team. So I feel like that Salem is going to be tested tonight, probably greater than they've been all season long. Prescott was supposed to be that team, and Salem beat them 55-0. So, we'll see what happens. They may rise to the occasion and just say, hey, you know what, we got this. Last season Atkins pulled the upset in this one. I like Salem. It's going to be about a 3-hour bus trip for Atkins, but I'm telling you, watch out for the Red Devils in the future. They're pretty good.
Love it. Love it.
Brad Caldwell, Arkansas Sports Network. Find him on Facebook tonight with all the action throughout the season. Every Friday night, got a game of the week for you. And he's with us here on Ruskin and Zach. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
Arkansas, it's time. Dirks is crushing it in the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights $1 million stadium renovation. Scan the QR code right now and vote like your school depends on it, because it does. Vote daily through October the 24th, and let's light up Arkansas athletics. Dirks is in first place. Let's keep them there.
The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops? Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet, or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
Football Friday night, Pottsville Apaches back home again for another 4A conference game. Tonight, the Waldron Bulldogs are in town, and the 4A, well, we're halfway through the season so far, and it has looked like we thought it would be. Kind of a little bit crazy, a little bit hot top heavy from Dardanelle, and everybody else still trying to fill in the playoff spots. Coach Brian Rust, head coach of the Apaches, will be our pregame show guest here on Football Friday night. Coach, boy, I ran into a band of angry Yellow Jackets at Clinton, and Clinton came back our way. They were as good as you said they were going to be.
Yeah, they're very tough, very tough. You know, they've since 7th grade, you know, we kind of seen them every year. I think they've been back in the conference that long and kind of pretty much dominated everybody all the way through, you know, and I remember going over there with this group as 9th graders, and, you know, they jumped out in front of us and kind of beating us down pretty good, and we battled back a little bit, and you know, so I really feel like we progressed, and you know, and we knew what we were going to see. You know, I mean, the very, very, very tough teams, very senior-laden team across the board for Clinton, and you know, we came out and really, you know, I felt like we missed a couple opportunities, you know, but again, you make your breaks, and you know, the only thing I was extremely disappointed in was, you know, I felt like we were there to tackle them, and they drug us for, you know, 2 or 3 yards. And again, number 2 and 34 both are really, really good backs. And we did a good job with them last year, and I think they've just gotten bigger, stronger, and faster. And, you know, and we had a little bit of a problem getting them to the ground. Again, I felt like, you know, we kind of, you know, they had the onside kick when they got the go-ahead touchdown, and you know, our defense bowed their backs and had the goal line stand, and we come out and we're kind of, you know, we felt like we had the opportunity to kind of throw one up and get a quick one, and we just underthrew it just a bit, and I really felt like that kind of changed the momentum. You know, and another play, you know, in that second quarter, you know, they're driving down, I think it's 4th and 4, and we contact number 2 at about a yard in the backfield, and he drags us for about 5. And, you know, it's just kind of one of those games, and that's what we talked about. It was, you know, understanding when we have those opportunities to really shut somebody down, you know, doing it, you know, taking advantage of those opportunities and really shutting the door. Again, you know, kind of the inexperience kind of came into effect a little bit, and really some experience too, because, you know, like early on in the game on that fullback trap, you know, Caleb Stansel, you know, he's done it a million times. We've talked about it a million times, but, you know, that guard's pulling, and he's there to occupy that opposite A gap where the fullback trap came through. He got one step past the hole without his eyes on where it needed to be, and that guy was by him. That's how well they run things. And again, we're just that close from shutting that play down. And really, you know, early on, we did a good job of making them earn every yard. So, you know, it's one of those I hope we learned from and got better from, because we did have some great things happen. You know, offensively, I felt like we, you know, had some big plays. You know, Coach Jones wanted to take a shot early, and
it worked well.
Yeah, it worked really well, and you know, got that touchdown and kind of got the momentum on our side. And again, it's one of those things whenever you play a senior-laden team that's basically started since they were sophomores, they didn't come out of their realm. And that's some of the things we talked about too, is understanding, hey, good things are happening, bad things are going to happen. You just got to keep playing, doing your job. And you know, hopefully we learn from it. And again, I felt like we're progressively getting better in all areas across the board.
Yeah, I feel like this would be a good place then to put that game behind us. Time to move on. I'm curious here because I know one of the week goals you had for this week with the team was practice better. Did you feel like your guys did that this week?
Really did, and again, especially whenever you have kind of a strange week like we've had. With preparation, it really didn't change a whole lot of preparation. We just didn't have school on Friday, on today, and so we're really wanted to see some good things from them on our Tuesday, Wednesday practice, and really we were vibrant and getting after it and going hard. So I was pretty proud, of our response and the ability of the guys to really start putting into play. And again, it's one of those things. Whenever you make mistakes and whenever you lose, you can always get them back a lot quicker because they see what they need to work on, and hopefully they're learning now that you have to be overly prepared. There's nothing wrong with being overly prepared as opposed to being underprepared.
As you pointed out, in all candor, we're doing this Friday afternoon before the game. No school today in the Pottsville School District. What kind of challenges does that present to your players since you won't see them till almost game time?
Well, we're bringing them in here shortly and get them here. We're trying to keep on the same schedule as much as possible. We're going to do our game day warm-up workout that we normally do, and going to start the day that way. Going to keep our meal time the same at 3:30 up at the school, and just try to keep as many things as possible the same. They're going to sleep in and they're going to do some things they normally don't do. But again, that was kind of one of the goals this week was make sure you're in charge of your preparedness and make sure you're the guy that's making sure you're taking care of all those things. Because again, these guys are kids, but at the same time, we're moving them from kid days to turning into men, and that's kind of part of taking care of your business.
It's still kind of warm, kind of humid around here today. I see your coaches bringing in water, Gatorade. I would imagine you kind of drilled it into your players' heads. Hey, yeah, we're not here Friday, but hydrate, right?
Right, and we've done it the last several weeks, of getting that preparation of getting the fluids in you, and again. With kids, you can tell them a million times, but they still don't remind. So we remind the parents and we remind the kids. And again, that was one thing we talked about. Even though it's not going to be real hot, it's 70 something degrees, but the humidity is still a little bit high. And I said, make sure you're getting the water in you, and we'll start getting on them, whatever we can from that 2:30 till game time.
Waldron Bulldogs in town tonight. They've got that long trip coming our way. That's that drive where you can't get here from there very easily, so they'll have to overcome that when they get here. Bulldogs, they put a lot on their quarterback, Cluthy, don't they?
They really do. They're a team that, I feel like, they started out with 5 really, really tough opponents. There's nobody, whenever you look at the teams they've played, everybody across the board has been really, really talented teams. So, I think their coaches will say, hey, this is the worst team you played. This is our chance to get in to the conference race. This is the time where we can make a difference. So, we preached it all week that, these guys are going to be coming in here trying to destroy us and trying to, get their chance to get in the playoffs. This is where it starts for them. So, again, for us, we have to understand that.
Waldron is a team your guys dare not overlook, right?
Oh, absolutely not. Because again, that's the easy way to do it. Because you can look at their record and you can say, yeah, they're not very good, and they haven't looked extremely good against really, really good teams. So, it's easy to do that. But at the same time, it doesn't take very long. You can, Coach Kaufman does track, so we kind of pull up their 100 times and things like that they've got, so we know they have athletes out there. We know that if a couple of those kids can get into open field and get away from us, they can score in a heartbeat. And, at the same time, they can run us down. So, they've got some kids, they're big up front, they've got some players. So it's one of those things where we've got to come out with the intensity and the desire to dominate from the start.
All right, Coach, a key for tonight, I guess you want our guys to be more physical than they are, right?
Absolutely, and I felt like, I don't know that Clinton out physicalness us.
Yes, I know what you're trying to say.
But their bodies were bigger than ours, and we moved back a little bit. And as the game progressed, we got a little more tired, and that was one thing we talked about, especially defensive line-wise, was our pad level. I felt like our pad level, as you watched the game, as it progressed, it kept getting higher and higher and higher. And offensive line-wise, same thing. It's about the pad level and being physical. And I really felt like we were, for most of the game, we just let our pad level get up against a very talented team.
All right, junior high football last night. How'd the junior Apaches do on the road?
We had two big wins last night. 7th grade won like 40-12 or something like that, and junior high won another one 20-8 to remain undefeated against a really good Waldron team. That makes us 7-0 now.
Congratulations. That's a great start to the year. Coach, from where we're sitting here in the Beast Factory, I can see the field from here, and I already see a couple of 3 of your guys out there getting ready. I'd say they want to play tonight.
Yeah, they're here. They're here. They don't want to mess around sitting at home, so they're going to start coming in slowly but surely, and we're going to get to work and get ready to go tonight.
Good luck, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Sir.
Thank you. I'm Stephen Glenn. We'll be back to John Needham Stadium in Pottsville with more pregame show. Pottsville Apaches hosting the Waldron Bulldogs. We're back after this.
Live a life there. I mean, home is those movie nights. They're the game days. They're the rush to school. It's really where the memories are made. And I have spent my entire adult life right here in the River Valley because I believe that this is the greatest area in the greatest state, and I'm blessed to help families put roots down here. I'm Tyler Riley with River Valley Realty, and whether you're buying or selling, let's do it together, and let's go Apaches.
Since inception, Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results. Arkansas, it's time. Dirks is crushing it in the team.
Now live at John Needham Stadium in Pottsville. Good evening to you once again. I'm Stephen Glenn. The Padre, Jim Huffman, will not be joining us this evening. He's had some things he had to take care of in his real job. Justin Smith is here with us. Good evening, Justin.
Howdy, folks. How are y'all tonight? Glad you come join a party with us.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun tonight. Pottsville Apaches will be at home taking on the Waldron Bulldogs. You know, there's a pretty good game going on across the river too. Some people might be interested in.
Big time top 10 matchup. Got number 1 Dardanelle hosting the number 7 Clinton Yellow Jackets. Going to be a big one, Steve.
That game is going to have a lot of influence on postseason rankings, too.
Yes, it will.
Clinton and Dardanelle are both undefeated, both overall and in conference play. Ozark is right there with them in conference play. They're also 2-0, so you got 3 teams right there together. The rest of us, including Waldron, this is our chance to try to make up some ground on somebody. You have to take care of business tonight, though.
Put us in a spot to get that 3rd, 4th spot right now.
Yeah, I don't know if the bracket is out or not for whether the 3 seed from the 4A will host a first-round matchup or not. I just don't know. Pottsville captains, Caleb Stansel, also Weston Poole, Jose Alcantar, and Landon Majors are the captains for the Apaches tonight. Bulldogs have their captains on the field across the way as we get ready for the opening toss for tonight's game. Other matchups in the league, one of the other playoff hopefuls has got some ground to make up. Lamar is 0-2 on the young season. They'll be taking on Dover. One of those teams will get their first conference victory. And, of course, you have the Apaches hosting the Bulldogs here. The good folks at Hooten's Arkansas Football has your Apaches as a favorite tonight. We'll hope that is good news. We saw the good folks from Hooten's last week. I think they're probably over in Dardanelle tonight.
Yes, there's also Fearless Fridays over there tonight. It is it's packed house in Dardanelle.
103.7 The Buzz is over there. That's their game of the week.
Yeah. So it's just a big night in Yell County, and I just don't know who to cheer for. My heart tells me not to cheer for the Sand Lizards because of the rivalry we have with them. But I wish Creed Vega good luck because he signed with the Air Force, and this will put him in going into a freshman season next year on solid footing.
Oh, is he going to the academy?
Yes, he is.
Well,
he signed this summer. Yeah, we're rivalry, but I'm proud of the young man.
Yep, good for him. That's and Air Force is an academy team that's on the rise.
Yes.
Last year they won the General's Trophy, the Commander-in-Chief Trophy for the best record of the service academies. So they play some serious football there in, was it Colorado Springs?
Yeah, I believe so, yes. And their play style plays right into what Vega does best, so I think he'll fit right into that program.
I wonder if they want him as a quarterback.
I mean, he's got the arm and he's got the legs. Why not? They run that triple option.
Well, and he's just a fine athlete, too. He's a very good defender. We've had the opening coin toss for tonight's ball game. The Bulldogs have won the opening toss, and they want the football. So the Apaches will kick off to get tonight's festivities started. It'll be the Apaches and the Bulldogs when we return after this 1-minute timeout with more Pottsville Apache football.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Desert, d3autosales.com.
Hey, Arkansas, it's time. Dirks is crushing it in the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights $1 million stadium renovation. Scan the QR code right now and vote like your school depends on it, because it does. Vote daily through October the 24th, and let's light up Arkansas athletics. Dirks is in first place. Let's keep them there.
The Pottsville Apaches have taken the field tonight. They were led onto the field with the American flag, led onto the field by number 63, Reed Madison. They pick a different representative, the coaches do, from the scout team to lead the team on the field with the stars and stripes. And then Andy Chapa comes over and gets the flag, and as he does, he recites the meanings of the fold. There are 13 folds in the flag. Now, our flag is a little short on length, so they'll do 10 folds. 1 symbolizes life, 2 symbolizes eternal life in God, 3 honors to the service of the country, 4 commitment to God and his guidance, 5 is a tribute to armed forces. Fold number 6 is an acknowledgement of the deceased in the journey into the valley of the death. 7 is womanhood and honor father, mothers, and wives who have sacrificed children for the country. Gold Star membership, if you will.
Yep.
Number 9 is the symbol of eternal life. And number 10, in God we trust, as Coach Chapa came with the 10 folds for the American flag. We appreciate Mr. Chapa getting me that information, and we appreciate Reed Madison for leading the team out onto the field.
Reed's a good young man. I got to spend some time with him this summer. His dad's a mechanic for John Metcalf's trucking company.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Steve.
Josh McLeod back deep in a 3-player formation. They would like for him to return the opening kick for tonight's game. The Apaches will be kicking from the right to the left. I think that's Carlos Pineda who will be handling the kicking chores for Pottsville as we get ready to go tonight. Pineda's run up, and a high short kick comes to the near side of the field, fielded at the 21-yard line. Return across the 30 to the 33-yard line. I believe that was Landon Blackman on the return for the Bulldogs. He'll get to the 34-yard line, and it will be the Bulldogs taking over 1st and 10. They're going to spot the ball at the Waldron 34-yard line where they'll put the football down. Waldron will run a couple of different players at quarterback, but their primary quarterback is number 10, Eli Cluthy, and he's lined up at the quarterback spot now. In a shotgun with one running back to his right, Cluthy fakes the give, keeps it himself, and he runs into a wall of Apaches right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play.
Good job by the defense to start the game right.
Tackle by the Apaches, Sean Carroll, who stayed at home. No gain on the play. Cluthy got back to the line of scrimmage and no further. It'll be 2nd down. I would say getting this game started is extremely important for both teams. Eli Cluthy will be the quarterback. He'll have in the backfield with him Fisher Brown, who is a very good athlete. They'll line him up almost as a wing on the left side. Jackson Brown, one of the running backs. I guess you could say he's running on empty. Cluthy back to pass. He's being sacked back at the 25-yard line. A couple of Apaches came unblocked. Caleb Stansel was one. I didn't see who the other Apache was, but that's going to be a loss all the way back to the 25-yard line. Loss of 4 on the play. We are just underway, 10:49 to go, quarter number 1. Bulldogs run out of a no huddle. Coach Douglas Milholland has installed a new offense for the Bulldogs. It'll be 3rd down and 20. Not sure you have a lot of plays for 3rd and 20, but we'll see what Cluthy does with the ball out of the gun. Flanker screen's going to be complete to the near side to Fisher Brown. He's running room across the 35 to the 40 to the 45-yard line. He's going to be hit at the 45-yard line by the Apaches, but I think that's going to be enough for a 1st down. Penn Helton made the stop, but the pickup is 26 out to the close to the 50-yard line.
It's a great screen pass by the Bulldogs.
Fisher Brown is their real threat at a wideout position, too. 1st and 10. Bulldogs at their own 48-yard line. Give into the backfield. Bounces into the line and cuts it to the outside. Carrying the ball that time was Jackson Brown again, and he's met for about a 2-yard loss. Braden Gaines and several other Apaches were out there on the stop.
Did a great job stringing that out to the sideline instead of getting upfield.
Apache defensive line, you're right. They did a very good job of staying at home on that play. They did not over-pursue, and when the running back Brown tried to bounce it to the outside, the Apaches were ready. Trips to the right side. Wingback is on the right side as well. One wide out to the left. They look left, pump fake, and they're going to go for a home run shot at the 30-yard line. It's going to be incomplete. Good coverage in the secondary by the Apaches. That was Kagan Jones covering the wide receiver on the left side. Every time I saw Waldron line up with trips on one side of the field, they always threw it to the other side. Jake Robertson, the intended receiver. Cluthy overthrew him, and it'll be 3rd down and 12.
Boy, it's a great night for us, Steve. It is pretty out here. We just missed Brother Jim.
Yep, we appreciate Brother Jim. He'll be back with us in Ozark, we hope, next week to enjoy some ribs and some more Apache football. Cluthy out of the gun, blitz coming, screen pass is called.
Ooh.
It's going to be complete and then tackled right at the 42-yard line. The Apaches covered that well. They tried to get Jackson Brown coming out of the backfield.
And Hilton again.
Yep, he's going to be stopped for a loss of a yard on the play. Helton making the hit. And the loss is back to the 43-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. 4th down and 13 at least. It has traditionally, I think, been Eli Morris back to receive the kick. We'll see who's there now.
Keegan Jones, I think.
Is it Jones?
Yes, sir. I barely caught the numbers. Oh, they're passing.
Yep, they're going to go for it on 4th down, and they have a completion at the 35-yard line. Pass was complete to Jackson Brown, and it's going to be a 1st and 10. Pickup of 14 on the play down to the 30-yard line of the Apaches for the 1st down. Probably should have saw that one coming. So 2 long pickups by Waldron, and they have moved the ball to the Apache side of the field at the 31. Cluthy rolls pocket to the left. Sidearm pass is going to be complete at the 15 to the 10, down to the 5-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down for Waldron. Bulldog completion to Austin Hudson. Kai Mahan making the stop. Very good throw by Cluthy to get the ball down to about the 5-yard line.
That was a great catch by the Waldron receiver. He was covered up and made an outstanding play.
Pickup of 25 yards. Waldron 2 for 2 through the air. Cluthy has only made one of the completions. Cluthy out of the gun on 1st and goal. Looks over the middle now, go to the right on the fade. That pass is going to be incomplete at the 3-yard line, intended for Gunnar Williams. Good catch, or good coverage in the secondary by Gavin Surratt. 2nd down and goal from really closer to the 6. Pass falls incomplete. So the Bulldogs have picked up 2 long 1st downs here. The Apaches defense back up against their own end zone. It's 2nd down and goal to go. 2 backs in the backfield behind Cluthy. He rolls to the left. It's going to be a flanker pass, pass to the left side halfback that is whistled dead at the snap. That's usually, well, it could be on either team. Looking for the white hat. Now they're going to back the Bulldogs up. Dead ball, false start. Move the ball back to the 10-yard line.
Take it any way I can get it, Steve.
7:58 to go, quarter number 1. No score. This is the initial possession of the game. The Bulldogs have it deep in Apache territory. They're now at their 10-yard line. So 1st and goal to go from the 10. Motion man comes left to right. Cluthy looking that way. Rolls to the right. His pass is going to be incomplete at the 5-yard line. Looked like he was trying to hit Fisher Brown. Apaches had pretty good coverage that time. I don't know that Brown was going to go anywhere once he caught it. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 10. And I would assume the way this drive has gone, this is going to be 4-down territory regardless.
Yeah, why not with their luck so far?
Yep. Jackson Brown on the backfield. He rolls out to the right side. Screen pass complete to the middle to Austin Hudson, and the Apaches diagnosed that very quickly. Good job by the Apaches of staying home on that play.
Even lost a yard.
Yep, tackle made by the Apaches' Kai Mahan. Lost back to the 11-yard line. It's going to be 4th and goal to go. And as we predicted, Bulldogs are going to go for it here. They'll be going to the side of the field right toward the Beast Factory in the background. Cluthy back to pass, rolls to the right, looking into the end zone. He's got room, throws it to the right side. It's caught in the end zone. That is a touchdown catch to Austin Hudson on 4th down. Austin Hudson on the completion. Bulldog band celebrating a good throw and catch. Fisher Brown will be on to attempt the point after touchdown. Holder is Kevin Velasquez. Yeah, they look like they're going to go for two now with a swinging gate play. They are. They throw it back into the middle. They were trying to get it inside to Jackson Brown, and the Apaches stopped the two-point conversion. So the two-point conversion fails. So your first score of the ball game with 7:05 left to go in quarter number one. Waldron 6, Pottsville nothing. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
Apaches all season long. Smooth running, heating and air. E&F Roofing. Fleet Tire. Point S Tire and Auto Service. The Granite Shop. Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty. Van Horn Welding. And Tyson Foods. Metcalf Trucking. And Premier Facilities Group. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying tonight's broadcast.
Looks like Noah Metcalf and Trig Kaufman are back deep to receive the kick. Bulldogs with an impressive 12-play, 66-yard touchdown drive. The final 10 yards came on a 4th and goal to go. Onside kick attempt. The Apaches are going to be there to fall on it at the 41-yard line. They saw enough of that against Clinton, and Kai Mahan was there to recover the loose ball.
Score update from Darnell. There is no score. 6 minutes to go in the first.
But that's a good kind of update. We appreciate that. 7:05 left to go in the first. 6-0 Bulldogs with the lead. Pottsville will begin on the right side hash mark, right side of the offense. Court Johnson, the quarterback, he's in the shotgun. Has a single back behind him, trips left. Nobody on the short side of the field to the right. Now they motion Caleb Stansel out of the backfield. Johnson back to pass, looking over the middle. And it's going to be complete at the 35-yard line. Nice throw and catch. I believe that was to Weston Poole on the completion.
It's a great throw and catch.
Moves the ball to the 33-yard line. Nice throw. Put it right out there where only Poole could grab the ball. That wasn't actually bad coverage by the Bulldogs, just a better throw by Court Johnson. I thought they might have been trying to duplicate what they did last week and go for a deep throw, but
that would have been fun.
Yeah, as it is, it's first down at the 33. Bulldogs show a blitz, and they're going to read pull. Johnson keeps it, has running room across the right side between the numbers on the sideline at the 25 to the 24-yard line. They may give him to the – now they're going to mark him at the 24-yard line, just short of first down yardage. Pickup of 9 on the play. And that was a true read option by Court Johnson. He did a good job showing it to the dive man and then pulling it out and picking up yards over the right side. Good seal blocking on the right side by the Apache offensive line. We'll get the ball to the Bulldog 24. You could take a shot here on 2nd and a yard if you wish. Court Johnson has a single back in the backfield, wing to the left side. They're going to go that way. They're going to hand it inside the 24 to the 23-yard line. That'll be a first down carry by the Apaches. Kagan Jones, the ball carrier, will pick up 2 yards for the 1st and 10. Move it to the 22. 6-0 Waldron with the early lead. They struck pay dirt quickly. They picked up 3 long plays on 3rd and 4th down. One was a fake punt. First down for the Apaches. Ball is just short of the 15. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 wideout to the right. Stansel, I think, is the single back in the backfield. He stays in the block, picks up a blitz pass to the left side. In the end zone, one-handed and caught for an Apache touchdown by Noah Metcalf.
That was beautiful.
Noah Metcalf with the 22-yard completion for the touchdown. And kudos to the Apache running backs for picking up a middle linebacker blitz.
Noah picking up where he left off last week. He had 134 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. He wants more.
Yep. Mateo will be on to attempt the point after touchdown. And the snap is bad, so the fire drill is on. Let's see if there's anything open in the end zone. It's not. The point after is going to fail. With 5:21 left to go, quarter number 1, it is Pottsville 6, Waldron 6, back in 30 seconds.
Live a life there. I mean, home is those movie nights. They're the game days. They're the rush to school. It's really where the memories are made. And I have spent my entire adult life right here in the River Valley because I believe that this is the greatest area in the greatest state, and I'm blessed to help families put roots down here. I'm Tyler Riley with River Valley Realty, and whether you're buying or selling, let's do it together, and let's go Apaches.
With 5:21 left to go, quarter number 1, a 4-play, 54-yard touchdown drive by the Apaches ties the game up at 6 apiece. So both offenses have hit pay dirt. Neither team has found a way to convert on a point after. Well, the Apaches will kick it off from the 40-yard line. Pineda will handle the kicking chores. 5:21 to go in the quarter. Pineda's run up. He hits it at the 40. Short kick is going to be taken at the 20-yard line. Return across the 25. That's Williams hit right at the 29-yard line. Driven back at the 29 after the hit. Tackle made by Dawson Parker, number 60, with the special teams play. And the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. So both teams have possessed the ball once. Both teams have scored a touchdown. We'll see what kind of adjustments the defense makes. Eli Cluthy will be the quarterback. He has Jackson Brown in the backfield. Cluthy keeps it himself, straight up the gut, across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and then hit and driven straight back by the Apaches. Caleb Stansel coming up from the linebacking spot to make the stop. Pick up straight ahead for 2 across the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. Let's call it 2nd down and 7. Pickup of about 3 to the 32-yard line. 2nd and 3. Twin wideouts to the left side of the formation. In fact, trips that way. Cluthy rolls that way out of the shotgun, looking down the field. His pass into traffic. It's tipped around and almost intercepted at the 45-yard line. Good coverage by a host of Apaches in the secondary. Might have been Noah Metcalf who knocked that away, got his hands on it.
I think it was.
3rd down and 7 for Waldron. And the way they're playing this game, this is going to be 4-down territory. Fisher Brown and Jackson Brown, I don't know if they're related, but they're both in the backfield. And Eli Cluthy will be the quarterback. They send trips to the right side. 1 wide out to the left. 2 wideouts to the right side. Cluthy back to pass, looking for the right side, and it's incomplete at the 40-yard line. Good coverage in the secondary by Kai Mahan. He was closing on that in a hurry, and I think the intended receiver heard footsteps. Mahan had zeroed in on him.
He was in such a hurry, Steve, I heard footsteps.
Well, it's 4th down. The Bulldogs are going to show punt. Cluthy is in punt formation. Now, he's deeper in the formation this time, so I think maybe he will actually kick the ball away. I believe that's Taven Kelly, number 4, back deep to receive the kick. Or excuse me, that's Kagan Jones back deep to receive the kick. High short kick is going to hit at the 44, take an Apache bounce, and is going to be down at the 45-yard line by Jackson Brown. Apaches 1st and 10. They'll have a shorter field. Ball is right at the 45-yard line. 6-6, your tie score. We have 4:19 left to go in the first quarter.
Darnell just punched it in from 5 yards out. 6-0.
I would assume that's first quarter?
Yeah, still first quarter. It's almost to the very end now.
Trips to the right side, 1 wide out to the left. Court Johnson in the gun, takes the snap, looking right all the way, has a man, and it's complete at the 25-yard line. Pass is complete. Cake, no. Just a go route and a good throw by Court Johnson to the 25-yard line. So the Apaches running the air tee tonight. So you flip the field. The Apache is on the Bulldogs side at the 25-yard line after one play. Court Johnson, the quarterback, going to give it straight ahead on the blast across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Caleb Stansel, actually, I believe that's a dive, down to the 18-yard line. Coach Jones will get on me for calling that wrong. He's been working with me now for about 3 years on getting that right. I can tell you this, it picked up 6 yards down to the 19. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Stansel again, the back of the backfield. He's wearing the pink arm sleeve on the left side to signify support for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Bulldogs show a blitz. Now, did they step over the line of scrimmage? This is not like the pro game. You don't get back. Yeah, penalty is on the Bulldog. That'll give the Apaches a 1st and 10 via the penalty down to the 13-yard line. And the PA system on the offside plays, I might as well jump. I like it. Go ahead and jump. 1st and 10 for the Apaches. It is not goal to go. It is at the 13-yard line, the plus 13. That's the Bulldog side of the field. Slot on both sides of the formation. Johnson out of the gun. He's back to pass. Stansel again picks up a blitz. Pass is complete at the 5-yard line. Once again, there's Noah Metcalf. He gets driven out of bounds. That's going to be close to 10 yards.
Oh, we're right at it.
Jake Robertson in the coverage in the secondary, and that is a pickup for a 1st and 10. They'll mark it at the 4-yard line, so we'll call it 1st and goal to go. That's Metcalf's 3rd catch of the ball game, including one for a touchdown. I think Court Johnson has a new best friend in pass patterns. Kagan Jones, the only back in the backfield with Johnson. The Apaches put a power formation, a wing and a tight end to the left, and they're going to run that way inside the 2 to the 1 to the end zone. Touchdown, Pottsville.
Love it.
Kagan Jones, the ball carrier from 4 yards out for the touchdown. A little old-fashioned power football there. Okay, I think the offense is staying on the field here. Yeah, and I will tell you, I think I would just, well, never mind what I think. Nobody cares what I think. The Apaches are going to go for 2. My opinion, and $1.50 in quarters, you can buy a Coke. 2-point conversion coming.
That candor bottle, Steve.
Yeah. Well, actually, probably anymore. It's not enough quarters. Play clock down to 4. The Apaches are going to have to hurry to get this off. They do. Johnson back to pass. Throw over the middle is incomplete in the end zone. So the 2-point conversion fails. 2:21 left to go in the first quarter. Pottsville leading Waldron 12-6, and we're back in 30 seconds.
Has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results. Every project starts with hard work and pride in what we build. Our licensed team combines experience and teamwork to bring strong ideas to life. From big jobs to small details, we put care into every weld, every cut, every connection. Because we're more than a company. We're a family right here in Arkansas, serving our neighbors with skill, honesty, and commitment. Van Horn Welding, building strength,
Yard
building
line.
community.
Up the left hash by Brown, crosses the 30 to the 34-yard line. Fisher Brown will get the ball back to the 34-yard line for the Bulldogs. They'll take over 1st and 10. Dawson Parker with his second special teams tackle of this first quarter. Bulldogs will take over at their own 33 on the 1st and 10. 12-6, Pottsville with the lead. I notice our cheerleading squad has the pink ribbons on as well as they celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Pottsville with a blitz. They're going to miss Cluthy, but they're still chasing him. Cluthy just going to throw it away. That's a smart play by the quarterback. That could be, how close to that is an illegal forward pass. There wasn't anybody anywhere near that ball.
He was out of the box, I believe.
And a Waldron jersey. Well, they did get back to the line of scrimmage, so it's just an incomplete pass. Smart play by Cluthy that time. He had a blitz on top of him almost immediately, and then another Apache following it up. Pottsville with a strong rush right up the middle. Sean Carroll was putting on the pressure. He does it again. Cluthy hit right as he let the ball go, and he got buried. Pass is incomplete at the 48-yard line. He was trying to hit Fisher Brown, but Cluthy had no time at all as the Apache pressure once again. Well, that had to hurt.
It didn't feel good. I can tell you that right now.
And that was a clean hit. He saw, the Apache defender saw what he hit.
Yeah, referee standing right there.
Yep, they are there to protect the quarterback. Cluthy has Jackson Brown in the backfield. And you can bet in this pass pattern he will not be running blind.
Stop it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Take my roster away. Cluthy back to pass. Pump fake. Looking left on the go route, and it's going to be overthrown at the 35-yard line. Good coverage by Kagan Jones. It would have taken a perfect pass, and it falls incomplete. 4th down for the Bulldogs. Pottsville leads this game 12-6. Looks like on 4th down at their 35-yard line, Waldron's going to try to go for this. Well, no, now they drop Cluthy back in punt formation. I don't think the Apaches are buying it this time, though. They have 10 men within 5 yards. Bad snap way out of the reach of Cluthy. He hustles back, picks it up at the 5. He's going to throw it, intended for a Bulldog receiver at the 18. It falls incomplete. Gunnar Williams got a hand on that ball. The Apaches are going to take over, though, after the bad snap with plus territory knocking at the door. So the Bulldogs turn it over on downs. The Apaches have a short field with the 1st and 10. With 1:52 left to go, we are still in quarter number 1. Pottsville has a 12-6 lead, looking for more at the Waldron 34-yard line. Court Johnson with Stancil behind him. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 wideout to the short side right. Johnson with a nice throw, complete at the 30-yard line. Kagan Jones with the reception. Pretty good coverage by Waldron that time. Zabby Cruz was out there in good coverage along with Jackson Brown, but it was just a nice throw by Court Johnson to pick up 5. Three wideouts going to the right side of the field, including Noah Metcalf. He's going to be in the middle. Why don't you hit him on a post route? 2nd down and 5 from the 29. They're looking for Metcalf on a post route. It's complete at the 3 to the 2-yard line. Now that completion, did that go to Keaton Ashmore, I think? Yeah, that went to Keaton Ashmore. My mistake. Keaton Ashmore ran the post route that time. To the 1-yard line, pickup of 28.
Heck of a catch there by Keaton. Good job, son.
1st and goal to go for the Apaches.
Clinton just tied it, or is extra point away from tying it up.
Stansel, the only back in the backfield on a 1st and goal from the 1. Court Johnson under center this time. He's going to try to quarterback sneak to the left side. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pottsville. Not exactly the tush push, but a 1-yard touchdown run by Court Johnson. Looks like the Apaches are going to attempt a 2-point conversion again. Three-play, 34-yard drive. 2 backs in the backfield. Court Johnson out of the gun on the 2-point conversion attempt. And he turns the corner to the right side, fakes in, bounces out, and the 2-point conversion is good. 40 seconds left to go. Quarter number 1. Pottsville 20, Bulldogs 6. Back in 30 seconds.
The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet, or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
Every project starts with hard work and pride in what we build. Our licensed team combines experience and teamwork to bring strong ideas to life.
That's up there, sorry. There we go.
From the 40-yard line, Pottsville's going to kick the ball off. Carlos Pineda will handle the kicking chores. 20-6, Pottsville with the lead. We have 40 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Pottsville's offense has had the ball 4 times. They've scored on all 4. Line drive kick is going to be taken in the middle of the 24. Return across the 25. Williams will be hit at the 34-yard line. Excuse me, that was Brown on the return. He's hit at the 34-yard line. It'll be Bulldog ball, 1st and 10. Dawson Parker with another tackle in special teams coverage. That's his 3rd. Excuse me, Pottsville's had the ball 3 times and scored 3 touchdowns. I knew my math was bad. My calculus professor at Arkansas Tech would not be impressed by my lack of ability. Well, Bulldogs showing a power run formation. Single back in the backfield. And he fumbles the snap. The ball is loose at the 20-yard line. Jackson Brown got back to recover the loose ball. Big loss on the play. They were going to try to run some kind of power formation without Cluthy on the field. Brown lines up at quarterback when that happens. The loss is back to the 21-yard line. Loss is 13. It'll be 2nd down and 23 as we come to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, the Apaches 20, Bulldogs 6. We're back after this 1-minute timeout.
A house isn't a home until you live a life there. I mean, home is those movie nights, they're the game days, they're the rush to school. It's really where the memories are made. And I have spent my entire adult life right here in the River Valley because I believe that this is the greatest area in the greatest state, and I'm blessed to help families put roots down here. I'm Tyler Riley with River Valley Realty, and whether you're buying or selling, let's do it together, and let's go Apaches.
At Van Horn Welding, every project starts with hard work and pride in what we build. Our licensed team combines experience and teamwork to bring strong ideas to life. From big jobs to small details, we put care into every weld, every cut, every connection. Because we're more than a company. We're a family right here in Arkansas, serving our neighbors with skill, honesty, and commitment. Van Horn Welding, building strength, building community.
Got a score update from Dardanelle Clinton. It is tied up. Dardanelle driving in Clinton territory, 7-7, 6:50 to go.
We are ready to begin quarter number 2 here at John Needham Stadium just across the river. Pottsville with a 20-6 lead after quarter number 1. An event tomorrow you might want to think about making. It's called Fuel the Music. It's benefit concert, fun, car show. They're going to raise money for the Apache Band. It's at the Pope County Fairgrounds. They're going to have live music, some cool cars. They're going to have chili dogs, salsa, lots of stuff. And it's free to show up and have a great time. They'll start at about 9 o'clock at the Pope County Fairgrounds. Austin Hudson goes in motion for the Bulldogs. That was all fluff as they give it straight ahead. And the Apaches make the tackle right at the 20-yard line. Tackle made by the Apaches' Connor Mitchell.
Proud of our defense right now, Steve. They're playing really well, really good together.
Loss of a yard on the play, actually. Third down and 22 for the Bulldogs with 11:28 to go. We are in quarter number 2. Cluthy is back in at quarterback, has one back in the backfield, takes the gun snap, looking right. Bubble screen falls incomplete at the 15-yard line. Once again, the Bulldog receiver, I think, heard footsteps of the Apache defender closing on the play. There was Noah Metcalf again. Oh, Noah Metcalf has played quite a ball game.
He really has. Both sides of the ball, everywhere.
Fourth down and a bunch. Cluthy is back deep to kick. Kagan Jones will go back and field it if it is kicked. Bulldogs picked up a big first down on their touchdown drive on a fourth down fake punt. This time it's partially blocked. The Apaches got a hand on that. Now the ball will come out to the midfield and get a good roll. Penn Helton got in and got a hand on that.
Man.
Pottsville will take over 1st and 10. They will be at the 40-yard line.
It's another name we call a lot on defense is Penn Helton. He is showing his stripes as a sophomore, just doing a good job for this defense.
Pottsville will take over at their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10. They lead this game 20-6. Last couple of times the Bulldogs have had the ball, Pottsville has come up with a stop defensively. The Apaches are 3 for 3, scoring touchdowns on their 3 possessions. Have a slot on both sides of the field. Wide side is the left side of the formation. They bring Jones in motion from right to left. Back to pass. They're going to throw it back to the right. It's going to be complete to Ashmore. He's across the 40, the 42 to the 43-yard line. Good tackle that time by Sam Eller after a pickup of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Bulldogs are going to take a timeout here. 10:50 left to go in the first half. Pottsville 20, Bulldogs 6, back in 30 seconds.
Arkansas, it's time. Dirks is crushing it in the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights $1 million stadium renovation. Scan the QR code right now and vote like your school depends on it, because it does. Vote daily through October the 24th, and let's light up Arkansas athletics. Dirks is in first place. Let's keep them there.
Yeah, some of those votes for the Dirks program has come from yours truly.
They're about 70,000 votes in the lead right now. It's pretty awesome. Getting shout-outs from Tracy Lawrence and Larry the Cable Guy, Jeff Foxworthy, just big names helping Dirks out because they need the field, Steve. I don't know if you've seen the picture. They need it.
I'm wondering what kind of field you could build for that kind of money. That's going to be beautiful, isn't it? Whoever gets it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
2nd down for the Apaches after the Bulldog timeout. It's 2nd and 8 from the 44. Keegan Ashmore in motion again. Johnson back to pass. Go route on the near side. It's intended at the 25-yard line for Keaton Ashmore. Falls incomplete. Good coverage by the Bulldogs secondary. Johnson didn't really have any place to put that ball.
Ashmore had a shot at it. He just couldn't come up with it.
I believe that was Branson Mick in coverage on that play on the near side for the Bulldogs. 3rd down for the Apaches. Is this the Apaches' first 3rd down of the night?
I think so.
Could very well be. Slots on both sides of the formation. Now they bring Jones left to right to create trips on the right. Johnson's going to give it straight ahead, running across the 45, and then no further. Good job by the Bulldog interior. Caleb Stantz, the ball carrier. Zavi Cruz making the stop after a short pickup. But I think Pottsville's going to go for this on 4th and 5. Why not, right?
Yeah, might as well in this situation. You're not giving much upfield position on this side of the field, so.
And your defense has done a good job stopping the Bulldogs so far. So why not? Coach Russ is going to roll the dice here. Let's see what Coach Jones calls up here on 4th and 5 from their own 46. Caleb Stancil, the back in the backfield. Court Johnson has the call. He's got single coverage all over the field. Back to pass, Johnson looking left. Pass over the middle is complete. Kagan Jones at the 25 to the 20. First down, Pottsville.
Heck of a play.
Good throw and catch on first down. So the Apaches deep into Bulldog territory on the first down, on the 4th down and 5. The Apaches get the ball all the way out to the 21-yard line. (20-6), Pottsville already with the lead. They're knocking on the Bulldog door at the 21-yard line. They're going to give it to Jones on the counter. Has running room across the 15. Cuts back at the 10 to the end zone. Touchdown, Pottsville. Kagan Jones with a 21-yard touchdown run. Now we'll see if the Apaches want to kick it or if they're going to go for 2 again. Looks like they've got Mateo back out on the field to kick it. Ball is going to be held by Pace Bartlett. So we'll see how this works. Snap is good. They get it down. Mateo's kick is through the uprights. It is good. 9:29 left to go in the first half. Pottsville 27, Bulldogs 6, back in 30 seconds.
Apaches all season long. Smooth running, heating and air. E&F Roofing. Fleet Tire. Point S Tire and Auto Service. The Granite Shop. Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty. Van Horn Welding. And Tyson Foods. Metcalf Trucking. And Premier Facilities Group. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying tonight's broadcast.
Got ourselves another score update, Steve. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Dardanelle just kicked a 40-yard field goal, go up 10-7.
What do you know? Dardanelle with a good kicker again.
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, tell me if you've heard that before.
Well, they do have a spectacular soccer team.
Well, yeah, that's true. 9:29 left to go. We are in quarter number 2. That was a 5-play, 60-yard touchdown drive. Capped off by a Kagan Jones touchdown run of 21 yards. Well, this time they've got Mateo kicking off, and I think the Apaches may have been offside. Believe the timing was a little off on that run up. No, I take that back. That was a different kicker, but I think that might have been Brandon Martinez, number 51. I just saw it as a different kicker, and I kind of assumed it was Mateo, but I assumed incorrectly. Yep, that's Brandon Martinez to do the kicking at the 35-yard line after the 5-yard mark-off. It's time the Apaches stay behind the line. The kick comes to the near side at the 28-yard line. Return up the middle across the 35 to the 36. Fisher Brown on the return gets it out to the 41 to the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Tackle made by Penn Helton. Another good play by Helton. He must like tackling people.
He does. According to his mom and dad, he likes to hit and to be hit. He enjoys it.
9:19 left to go in the first half. This is kind of a must possession for the Bulldogs. They must score. They already trail this game by a score of 27-6.
Of course, Penn's also competing for state championships in wrestling, too, so.
Cluthy back to pass, flanker screen to Hudson, complete across the 45, near side to the 47, to the 48-yard line. Driven out of bounds on the near sideline by Penn Helton and Kai Madden. After a pickup of 6, crosses the 47-yard line. Second down, and let's call it 4. Long 4, short 5. From the 46, 9:13 to go to the halftime break. Trips right, one wide out left. Cluthy is going to give it on the straight draw. And Pottsville plays that fairly well across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Bulldogs into Apache territory. Blackman the ball carrier. And I think that's going to be a is that going to be a Bulldog first down? Yep. Well, they haven't signaled it yet. Yeah, now they call it a first down. First down running play by the Bulldogs. Pottsville theoretically will get the ball to begin the third quarter, but we've already seen Bulldogs fake a punt. Cluthy back to pass on the first down play from midfield. Rolls the pocket to the right and then just airmails everyone. That's a smart play. Weston Poole, the closest player to that. Cluthy had gotten outside of the pocket, though, so that was a smart play by him. Pottsville with, again, good coverage in the secondary. The Apaches have done very well covering in the secondary. Bulldogs scored a touchdown on their first possession, and the Apaches have shut them down ever since. Pottsville has had the ball 4 times. They've scored 27 points. That's pretty good offensive efficiency.
Yeah, can't beat them numbers, Steve.
Nope. I'm pretty sure that's 100%.
Yep, close to it.
But again, my math. Second down and 10. Cluthy with a single back in the backfield. And they're going to give it on the straight-ahead draw play. Blackman will carry across the 45, then stacked up and driven back to the 48. Let's see where they give him forward progress to. Tackle made by Aiden Gaines, number 66. They give him progress to the 46. Pickup of 3. Third down and 7 for the Bulldogs with 8:20 to go in the first half. Jake Robertson is the wideout, split to the near side of the field. Bulldogs are a spread formation team. They do not huddle. Slot to the right on third down and 6. Cluthy back to pass, has time. Now breaks down, rolls the pocket to the right. Throw over the middle is knocked away by the Apaches. Good play in the secondary. I think that was Noah Metcalf.
Yeah, it was.
Well, we've called his name a bunch in this game. So it'll be fourth down. I would assume the Bulldogs are going to go for this from the Apache 46. This has been their best field position since that opening drive. They already trail at 27-6, so they basically don't have a choice. They pretty much have to go for this. Robertson's wide on the left side. Austin Hudson will line up in the slot. Pottsville shows blitz on the 4th and 7. Now they step back, so who knows what Cluthy read. But we're going to have a timeout by the Bulldogs. This is an important play. 7:53 to go in the first half. Pottsville 27, Bulldogs 6. Back in 30 seconds.
That understands your needs. At Arkansas Tech University, you'll receive a personalized education designed with your interests in mind. Offering over 115 undergraduate degree options, both online and in person, with classes taught by dedicated instructors committed to helping you succeed in your chosen field. Grow beyond your expectations. Apply today and discover why you belong at ATU.
ATU, my alma mater. I spent 20 years there trying to get a 4-year degree.
That's awesome.
Well, actually, it wasn't quite that bad. I wasn't quite in Animal House, but, 7 years of college down the drain, right?
Yeah.
I really did go to Arkansas Tech. I lived in Turner Hall. I still think on the 3rd floor of Turner Hall there's a Delta Tau Chi sketched on the outside of the window. All right, 4th down and 7. Cluthy back to pass. Pottsville with a blitz. Cluthy under pressure, throws it incomplete at the 43, and the Apaches will take over on downs.
Great pursuit there by the Apache defense.
Cluthy has been running for his life the entire ball game.
Well, Clinton just kicked a field goal to tie it up into the second quarter. It's 10-10 at half.
The Apaches get it on downs. I think that was Thacker pursuing Cluthy that time.
I believe so.
So the Apaches will take over 1st and 10 with 7:48 to go in the half. First down and 10 play will come from their own 46 after the defense holds on downs. Court Johnson at quarterback. He's thrown the ball well tonight. He'll take a shotgun snap. On first down, play fake, looking over the middle. Has a man at the 35, the 30. Foot race to the end zone at the 15 to the 10. Tackle made at the 10-yard line. But another big play in the passing game. Jake Robertson making the stop. Big throw and catch down to the 8-yard line. First and goal to go from the 8. Pottsville has really thrown the ball well tonight. Another perfectly delivered ball by Court Johnson. Boy, it's amazing what confidence will do for you.
It is.
First and goal from the 8. Single back in the backfield. They're going to give it straight ahead to the 2, to the 1. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pottsville. Thacker, the ball carrier. Tyson Thacker took it into the end zone from 8 yards out.
Love it, Steve. It's a great response to a tough loss last week.
And we'll see Mateo on to attempt the point after touchdown one more time. His last one was good. Bad snap again. Pottsville picks it up, and it's going to fail on the 2-point conversion. Boy, Pottsville just struggles with that. 7:14 left to go in the half. Pottsville 33, Bulldogs 6. We're back in 30 seconds.
The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet. Or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
So after the Apache defense holds Waldron on downs, it took the Apaches just 2 plays to go the length of the field. It was actually a 54-yard touchdown drive. The final 8 yards coming on a run by Tyson Thacker straight up and into the end zone. The Apaches lead it 33-6 with 7:14 left to go in the quarter.
I tell you what, it's a great way to start the game, Steve.
Fisher Brown back deep to receive the kick. Brendan Martinez will boot it at the 40. Straight kick, and it's going to be taken by Nutman at the 20. Return across the 30 to the 35, and then stacked up at the 35. Josh McLeod with the return for the Bulldogs. I believe that was Ashton Sellers making the stop for the Apaches at the special team play. Ball is going to be at the 36-yard line for the Bulldogs. 7:08 left to go in the half. 33-6 Pottsville with the lead over the Bulldogs. 2 wideouts on each side of the formation. Short side is the right side. Play clock is whistled to start, and Cluthy takes the snap. He's rolling right from the snap. Throws downfield, has a man at the 45-yard line. It's going to be complete. Fisher Brown makes the catch, goes out of bounds after the completion to stop the clock, after a pickup of 9 on the play out to the 45. Second down and a yard for the Bulldogs. Again, Brother Jim Huffman unable to join us tonight due to a previous commitment. Hopefully we will see him for a rib or two in the press box at Ozark next week.
Be nice. We've missed him these past 2 weeks.
Bulldogs have it at the 45-yard line, second down and a yard. Let's see if they take a deep shot here. They've got single coverage on the left side. Now they're just going to hand it off. And a good play by the right side of the Apache defensive line, penetrating right from the snap. Blackman, the ball carrier, and he lost 2 yards on the play. Connor Mitchell making the stop for the Apaches. Boy, he read that play. He diagnosed it right off. Ball is back to the 42-yard line. A loss of 3 on the play.
Our defense is just running on all cylinders tonight, Steve. It's really fun to see.
Third down and 4 for the Bulldogs. From the 42, Cluthy takes the snap. They're going to give on a counter play to Blackman. He crosses the 45, gets outside at the 48, and driven out of bounds at the 49-yard line. But that's going to be a first down for Waldron. Tackle made by Caleb Stansel. Bulldogs will have a first down. That is their first down of the second quarter. Here at the Apache, well, they mark him at the 47. 6:07 to go in the second quarter. 33-6, Pottsville with the lead. Bulldogs on the drive. They have a first down as they approach midfield. From their own 47, motion man across the formation right to left. Williams turned upfield too quickly. They didn't call it. Pass complete at the 49. Good coverage in the secondary. Connor Mitchell making the stop of Jake Roberts across midfield to the 49. I think Waldron got away with one there. That receiver that came in motion turned upfield too quickly.
Can't win them all.
I think Coach Rust may be in the official's ear on that right now. No, I can't win them all. Second down and 5. The pickup was 5 to the Apache 49. Joseph Rhodes comes wide to the left. 2 backs in the backfield, a double-barrel shotgun. Cluthy play fake. He's going to throw it to the right at midfield, and the Apaches are going to stop it there. Pass was complete. We went to number 7, Fisher Brown, but he's going to lose 2 yards on that flanker screen. Well, they're going to generously give him a spot back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. Third down and 5. We are under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Gunnar Williams comes wide to the left. Single wide out wide to the right. Now they split 2 more out to the left side of the formation. Out of the gun, quick snap count. Cluthy's going to keep it. Tries to turn left and runs right into about 3 Apaches at midfield. That's going to lose a yard on the play. Tackle made by Caleb Stansel, making the initial hit, and then he got some help. So move it back to the 50, and it's going to be fourth down and about 6. And the Bulldogs are going to go for this. The Apaches making multiple substitutions defensively. Cluthy getting the play from the sideline. 33-6, the Apaches on top. Bulldogs going for it again on 4th and 6. They've got to get inside the 43-yard line of the Apaches. Cluthy back to pass, rolls left, under pressure. Pass is going to be knocked away at the 40-yard line, incomplete. Noah Metcalf in coverage, and the Apaches will take over on downs right at midfield. So once again, the Apache defense comes up big.
They bent a little, but they didn't break it all, Steve.
.344 left to go in the half. The Apaches would like one more touchdown. They'd like to put this thing in a sportsmanship scoring clock situation for the second half of play if they could. Trips to the right. Court Johnson in the backfield. They may take a shot here as Waldron shows blitz. Johnson back to pass. Yeah, they're looking over the middle. It's going to be, did he catch it? Nope, incomplete. Tried to get it to Metcalf. He came up with a football, but it skipped on the way in, and it's going to be incomplete. That's about the first pass that has been a little bit off target tonight by Court Johnson. He has played very well. And once again, Feel the Music coming up tomorrow. It's a benefit car show and music performance at the Polk County Fairgrounds. They're going to be raising money for the Pottsville Apache Marching Band. We're going to have some great food, start lining up at 9 o'clock at the fairgrounds for a great time. From midfield, 2nd and 10. Waldron jumps offside. It'll be 2nd and 5. By the way, if I heard Coach Lee's introduction of the officiating crew correctly, one of the officials here for tonight's game, I believe, is Chris Womack.
Yes.
Who's a Russellville High School graduate, played football for the Cyclones. I actually broadcast the games he played in. Many moons ago, son of broadcasting legend Kermit Womack, who owned KARV for a time, owned KURM in Rogers. 2nd down and 5. Screen pass is going to fall incomplete at the 43-yard line. Actually, Waldron had that screen diagnosed. Probably a smart play by Johnson just to throw that one into the ground.
We also have an original Pottsville Apache lineman, Corey Ingram. He's here with the officials. He's on the sideline because he can't officiate Pottsville games, but he's a Pottsville graduate of 06, a lawyer, and he Arkansas official.
Outstanding. 3rd down for the Apaches. They are at the Bulldog 45. They'll send 5 receivers into the pattern. Johnson by himself in the backfield. Bulldogs show blitz. Johnson keeps it himself, tries to bounce it outside, does, gets inside the 40, spins down to the 39-yard line, and I think Court's going to have the first down on the keeper.
Buddy, he did. Wow.
Good running by Court Johnson. Good hard running, as Brother Jim would say, to pick up 6.
He's just slick trying to catch him.
Pottsville 33, Bulldogs 6. We're ticking down toward 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Weston Poole goes wide to the left. Slot on that side of the formation and a slot to the right. Now they motion Kagan Jones across the formation. Court Johnson picks up the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Gets across the 37 to the 36-yard line. Low snap. Good job by Johnson to pick up the ball and get forward for a couple of yards. That could have been disastrous.
Definition of turning something into nothing, or nothing into something, Steve. If I can speak today.
There you go. Pottsville has time. 2:30 to go in the half. The Apaches have all 3 of their timeouts should they choose to use it, so they're certainly capable of running the football from here if they wish. I believe that's Tyson Thacker, the single back in the backfield behind Johnson. He has a touchdown run tonight. 2nd down and 7. Johnson back to pass. Looking to the right side. Pass is complete. Good throw and catch to the 32-yard line. Kagan Jones with a nice catch and spin to get inside. Now they're going to mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a little bit short of the first down, I think.
He's about 2 yards shy.
Ball's going to be at the 29-yard line when they actually spot it. It'll be 3rd down and about 2 for the Apaches. 2:12 to go in the second quarter. Again, double slot formation. Thacker the back in the backfield. Johnson in the gun. This time they bring Metcalf in motion across the formation. Johnson looking left. Now looking over the middle. Has a man wide open. Kagan Jones. Touchdown, Pottsville. Court Johnson was looking for Metcalf coming across the formation. Didn't see him. Went through his progressions to the second receiver, Kagan Jones, who is open in the end zone, and it is a touchdown for the Apaches. "29-yard touchdown pass. The Apaches lead at 39-6. I think the Apaches are going to go for 2 here. Tyson Thacker, the single back behind Court Johnson. Johnson takes the snap, looking left, and the pass is going to be incomplete in the end zone. They was trying to hit Kagan Jones. Pass is underthrown, and the 2-point conversion fails. 2:05 left to go in the half. Your new score, Pottsville 39, Bulldogs 6, back in 30 seconds.
A house isn't a home until you live a life there. I mean, home is those movie nights, they're the game days, they're the rush to school. It's really where the memories are made. And I have spent my entire adult life right here in the River Valley because I believe that this is the greatest area in the greatest state, and I'm blessed to help families put roots down here. I'm Tyler Riley with River Valley Realty, and whether you're buying or selling, let's do it together, and let's go Apaches.
6-play, 50-yard touchdown drive. The last 29 yards coming on a pass over the middle from Court Johnson to Kagan Jones. 2-point conversion attempt failed, but the Apaches lead it 39-6. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remain in this first half.
Right there.
Brandon Martinez will kick it off. Short kick is going to be taken at the 20-yard line by the Bulldogs. Return across the 25 to the 35-yard line on the return by Josh McLeod. And it'll be Bulldog football, 1st and 10. Sellers making a special team stop. Bulldogs are going to have 1:59 to go in the first half. As the score stands currently, we would have a sportsmanship scoring situation and time clock. It's 39-6, Pottsville with the lead. The Apaches are supposed to receive the kick to begin the third quarter. I already think Waldron will try to onside kick. Cluthy in the backfield, play fake. They show the screen. Pottsville covers it well. Now Cluthy is going to get tackled at the 24-yard line. Initial hit by the Apaches was made by Braden Gaines.
Great pursuit.
Penn Helton actually makes the stop at about the 25-yard line. Loss of 10 on the play. Second down and 20 with 1:30 to go. Mildly surprised Pottsville's not using one of those timeouts here. Maybe they figure, well, this will be good enough to go to the half on. Because they do get the football first. Cluthy with a single back in the backfield. Takes the snap. Moves to his right on the waggle. Pass is going to be completed at the 29-yard line. Williams the reception. Tackle made by Noah Metcalf. That's like his 27th tackle of the game. Okay, that might be an exaggeration. Third down and long coming from the 29. That play picked up 4. Clock continues to roll with 47 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Pottsville leads it 39-6. Bulldogs do not appear to be in a big hurry to get this play off. They don't want to leave the Apaches any time on the clock, that's for sure. They already trail at 39-6. Play clock down to 5. Motion man comes right to left. That's Williams. Cluthy back to pass. Coming out of the backfield and complete to the right side. Across the 35. That's Landon Blackman getting the completion. Tackle made by Caleb Stansel for the Apaches. We've called his name a bunch too. Pass is going to be complete out to the 36-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 9. Cluthy drops back as if he's going to punt the ball. I don't know for sure. Keaton Ashmore drops back just in case. Kai Mahan also a little bit shorter. Now they adjust the formation. They're not expecting the Bulldogs to kick the ball. 15 on the play clock. The Apaches have basically a cover 2 regular defense on the field. And now the Bulldogs are going to call timeout. 21 seconds left to go. We are in the second quarter. Pottsville 39, Waldron 6. Back in 30 seconds.
At Van Horn Welding, every project starts with hard work and pride in what we build. Our licensed team combines experience and teamwork to bring strong ideas to life. From big jobs to small details, we put care into every weld, every cut, every connection. Because we're more than a company. We're a family right here in Arkansas, serving our neighbors with skill, honesty, and commitment. Van Horn Welding, building strength, building community.
After the Bulldog timeout, let's see, they're going to put Cluthy back as if he's going to punt the ball. I don't think Pottsville believes it. They're going to send Kagan Jones as the only deep man to receive the ball. The last punt attempt by the Bulldogs ended in a bad snap, and the Apaches making the tackle. Clock won't start until the ball is in play. Cluthy takes the snap. angles the kick to the right side. It's going to hit at the 40-yard line. Jones tracks it inside the 23, has it, picks it up, returns it across the 30. Still running through Bulldogs to the 35-yard line. And the clock will stop with 8 seconds to go.
Steve, we talked about evenly matched game with Dardanelle Clinton. Total yards, Clinton 123, Dardanelle 124.
Doesn't get much closer than that, does it?
No, it does not.
Well, Pottsville will get the ball to begin the second quarter. So with 8 seconds to go from the 34-yard line, I kind of suspect the Apaches may just take a knee here, although for that they were in the huddle for a long time. They're going to send 3 wideouts to the left, 1 wide out to the right.
Take a shot, why not?
Court Johnson will take the snap. He's looking left, now comes back to the right and just throws it into the ground at the 30-yard line. Caleb Stansel was in the vicinity, so there's no penalty. 5 seconds left to go. And the Apaches wanted to hit something deep. Bulldogs had it covered, though, so Court Johnson with a smart play was basically volleyball spiked it into the ground at the 29. Or excuse me, at the 34.
Court has showed his maturity tonight. He's made pretty good decisions all night long.
Yep. Second down in a bunch. Back to pass. Last play of the half. It's going over the middle. And it's going to fall incomplete at the 30-yard line, and that will do it for the first half of play. Going to the halftime break, the Pottsville Apaches leading the Waldron Bulldogs 39-6. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
Arkansas, it's time. Dirks is crushing it in the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights $1 million stadium renovation. Scan the QR code right now and vote like your school depends on it, because it does. Vote daily through October the 24th, and let's light up Arkansas athletics. Dirks is in first place. Let's keep them there.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Desart, d3autosales.com.
We are at halftime. The Pottsville Apaches leading the Waldron Bulldogs 39-6. Waldron actually took a 6-0 lead on their opening possession. They had a 12-play, 64-yard drive. The last bunch of it coming on a touchdown pass from Cluthy to Austin Hudson for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion failed. They picked up 2 fourth downs in that drive, and Waldron led it 6-0. The Apaches answered on their next possession with a 4-play, 54-yard drive. A touchdown pass of, 22 yards from Court Johnson to Noah Metcalf. A point after was no good. Game was tied at 6, and the Apaches were off and running. By the time it was all said and done, the Apaches had scored 39 unanswered points. Noah Metcalf with a couple of touchdown catches. Court Johnson has been throwing the ball very well, and the Apaches lead it by a score of 39-6. I'm Stephen Glenn. We'll have halftime entertainment for you from John Needham Stadium in Pottsville. Again, your score at the half, Pottsville 39, Waldron 6. So long for just a little while. Welcome back to John Needham Stadium in Pottsville, Arkansas. The homestanding Pottsville Apaches leading the Waldron Bulldogs by a score of 39-6. And I think my score sheet just blew out the window. Thank you. And speaking of score sheets, what's happening across the river?
Oh, score update. Dardanelle, they kicked a field goal to start off the third quarter. But Creed Vega, they were backed up on their own 3-yard line. 2nd and 24, and Creed just threw an interception. But there is a flag on the play. We're waiting on it.
And you say he had an 80-yard touchdown run called back?
Yeah.
Wonder what was the penalty on that?
It was holding.
Holding.
Yeah, and so interception and insult to injury. There's a penalty on top of that interception. Clinton got the ball back there on Dardanelle's 22-yard line.
It's a 3-point lead for the Sand Lizards at the moment?
Yes, okay. It is.
All right, it looks like that game's going to go right down to the very end. Almost every every statewide state media outlet, there may be some national ones there too for all I know, but almost all the statewide media folks are going to be at that ball game. As far as I know, there's like 4 or 5 different broadcasts of that game going on.
Got Fearless Friday. I believe Hooten's went there as well.
1037 The Buzz is there.
1037. Arkansas Sports Network, our other page, they're there. Then the Clinton stream and the Dardanelle stream. So they got a full house in both press boxes tonight.
Yeah, if I'm counting right, that's 6 streams. And they do have a nice facility at Dardanelle, but I don't know that you were going to put 6 streams.
They fit them all. Apparently, they fit them all.
I guess you could do like we have to do at a couple of places and take a generator and a tent. If you had to. Here, the Pottsville Apaches have scored 39 unanswered points. Believe it or not, Waldron actually led this game 6-0 after the first possession. In fact, they had the lead with 7:05 to go in the first quarter, but then from there, the Apaches scored 39 unanswered points. Pottsville has scored a touchdown on every possession.
But like those numbers there, Steve, it's a good way to be. It's a great percentage.
It is, and we'll have a running clock to begin the third quarter of play. So this game will probably wrap up fairly quickly. We may even get done before the folks cross the river.
Pretty close there at 4:30 left to go. Clinton, the way they run the ball, they're draining every second of clock they can.
Well, and that's smart on their part. That's
is.
what they should do at Dardanelle's place. You want to give that Sand Lizard offense as few possessions as humanly possible, and that's what that Clinton running game is capable of doing. They're capable of grinding out yards, grinding out first downs, and grinding out touchdowns.
It's a real matchup nightmare for Dardanelle, the way their play styles. Just they match up so well together.
Well, Clinton's a tough matchup for anybody because not a lot of teams in the state have 2 running backs that are actually very complementary in their running styles. They both can run you over and are happy to do it.
Yeah, they are some of the biggest and strongest backs I've seen in 2 years, Steve.
And they've got an experienced offensive line to block for them. And their defense was very, very good. We struggled to move the ball except for the first play of the ball game. So both teams are back out on the field here. We'll get things started. Theoretically, Pottsville will get the opening kick. I say theoretically because in the Bulldog touchdown, their kicker, who is the quarterback, actually threw a 4th down fake punt to keep their drive alive. By the way, the Apaches defense has done a very good job of adjusting because since then, I think Waldron only has 2 first downs since that original possession.
I think only 2 total plays on our side of the 50 since then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Defense has been very, very good. Hey, listen, if you're looking for something to do tomorrow before the Razorback game, let me remind you that Fuel the Music is going on at the Pope County Fairgrounds tomorrow. It's a fundraiser for that very good Apache band that you heard at halftime. There's going to be some great food there, some amazing cars for you to see. Admission is free. Some delicious food will be there. Rocky Don Jones will be performing along with others. Everything should start about 9 o'clock at the Pope County Fairgrounds. Waldron on a short kick. Pottsville's going to wisely make a fair catch at the 37-yard line. Caleb Stansel with a smart play there. You would expect that from Caleb. It'll be Pottsville ball. First down and 10 from the 37-yard line of the Apaches. No time comes off the clock on the fair catch, so the Apaches will take over with 12 minutes to go. And once the clock starts, it'll run for a while.
Clinton second and goal inside Dardanelle's 5-yard line.
From the 37-yard line, I would think if Pottsville were to pick up a touchdown here, this would probably be the last we'd see of the first team offense. Court Johnson takes the snap, looking for the go route on the near side, adjusting to the ball at the 30-yard line, and it's complete. Fighting inside the 25, down to the 15, to the 10-yard line. Keaton Ashmore with the catch. Now there is a penalty flag. Let's see what that call is going to be.
I believe it's going to be pass interference on the defense there. Again, add a few yards to this.
Well, you'll go half the distance to the goal if it is on the defense. Nice job by Ashmore adjusting to that pass that was kind of underthrown. Waldron called for the pass interference. So a 50-yard, 51-yard throw and catch for the Apaches. And then you move the ball, I would think, half the distance to the goal from the 12.
You believe so, yes.
Yeah, now they're going to put it in play at the 12. I guess he declined the penalty to get the yards.
Oh, yeah, because it's not a spot fail. It's going to be from previous spot. That's right.
That's right, yeah, the rule in high school is different. So the Apaches get the 51-yard completion, 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Johnson looking left after the gun snap, throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete in the end zone. And a good job by Kagan Jones to knock the Waldron defender away from the ball. That play was covered. Apaches may have got away with one there. Keaton Ashmore, the intended receiver, from the 12-yard line.
And Steve, we were wrong. It's only a 34-point lead, so no running clock right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, my mistake. That's right. It's 39-6. It's got to be the Apaches need to punch this into the end zone to get the clock going. Now, that's not our mistake. That's mine. I'm sorry. I missed that one. I'm sure everybody out there, though, was laughing at it, so that's good. Won't be the last mistake I'll ever make. Johnson back to pass, looking left, has a man complete at the 10. That's Jones, cuts inside of the 5, heads to the corner, to the end zone. Touchdown, Pottsville. There's your scoring rule. 12-yard touchdown pass to Kagan Jones.
That was a great throw and catch, but that was an even better run after the catch by Kagan Jones to get the touchdown.
Jones made one man miss, and with 11:05 left to go in quarter number 3, the Pottsville lead is currently 45-6. The Apaches are going to attempt a point after touchdown here. Mateo on to do the kicking. Snap is good. The kick is down. Mateo's boot is right through the middle. That was pretty. 10:45 left to go. Quarter number 3. Your new score, Pottsville 45, Waldron 6. Back in 30 seconds.
Arkansas University has ways to go to college beyond free and help cover the cost of your education. While other universities may claim a debt-free option via a special scholarship, ATU doesn't need a special scholarship to cover tuition and mandatory fees because we're already one of the most affordable universities in the state. Instead, ATU offers 5 pathways for graduating high school seniors to cover the cost of attending classes. And one of these 5 pathways could pay for you. Apply today at atu.edu/beyondfree.
10 minutes and counting left to go now as the clock has started in the third quarter. Pottsville with the 3-play, 63-yard touchdown drive. They lead at 46-6. The last 12 yards coming on the completion to Kagan Jones for the Apaches. What is that, the 4th touchdown pass tonight for Court Johnson?
I believe so.
He'll get some player of the week recognition, I would think.
I hope so.
Martinez will run up and boot the ball. Bulldogs are going to take it at the 20-yard line. Return up the middle, crosses the 30 to the 35 to the 36-yard line. Josh McLeod with his 5th return of the night. Gets across to the 36-yard line. Did I see a penalty flag on the field? I did not. Good.
Oh, there is one.
Yeah, there is one. Okay, I did see it. And I obviously have no clue what the penalty is, so we'll wait and see.
While we wait, what I think is either the first or second time this season, Darnell is not leading the game. Clinton scored that touchdown 17-13. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Pottsville backing up, so the penalty apparently on the Apaches. And it's going to be a personal foul of some sort. 15-yard mark off will move the ball to the 48-yard line of the Apaches.
I got to say, that's one of the first penalties of the 15-yard variety we've seen this year so far, Steve.
You mean this game?
This game, yeah, sorry.
From the 48, Bulldogs have it 1st and 10. Cluthe takes the shotgun snap, gives it to the fullback, bounces it outside at the 45 to the Apache 42 to the 41-yard line. Ball carrier was Marcellus, Logan Marcellus, with his first carry of the night, gets to the 40-yard line, picks up 7. 41-yard line for the pickup of 7 yards. Pottsville leads at 46-6. We're under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. We are in the sportsmanship timing rules. Cluthe takes the snap. They're going to give it to Marcellus again, only this time he runs into the entire Apache defensive line at the 40-yard line. Pickup of a half a yard on the play. Carlos Pineda will enter the ball game to play some in the middle. Pickup of 1 at the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 2 for the Bulldogs.
Hey. Point the camera down some.
From the 40.
Perfect.
3rd down and about 2. Cluthe takes the snap, gives it to Hudson, tries the right side, inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Austin Hudson will have first down yardage for the Bulldogs. They'll put it at the 38. Noah Metcalf making the tackle. First down for the Bulldogs, 6:50 to go in the third quarter as the clock continues to run with the Apaches leading 46-6. Bulldogs have a slot on each side of the formation from the right hash. Cluthe back to pass. Throws it over the middle and throws it behind the intended receiver, Williams. I'm not sure somebody on the Apache defensive line, perhaps Pineda, got a hand on that one.
They did. It changed directions quick there.
It looked like Pineda was putting pressure on Cluthe, so the ball falls incomplete at the 38. However, the clock does not stop. We'll be under 6 minutes to go in the third when this play is snapped. Well, Justin, this has been so much fun. Let's go to Ozark next week and do it again.
I'm down for it, Steve. It's going to be a good one. Barbecue it is.
2nd and 10, handoff Marcellus over the right side inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. Logan Marcellus, the ball carrier, picks up 5. It's going to be 3rd and 5 at the 33. How about that band performance, man? That was good.
Really good. It really, really was.
Apaches went to Marlton last weekend and swept up some awards.
We have an amazing band.
Marcellus,
right
the ball carrier, over the right side, up the right hash to the 31 and fights ahead to the 30-yard line. Tackle made by Aiden Gaines, number 66. We've called his name a few times. 4th down and 4 from the 29. And Gaines has played a very good ball game for the Apache defense.
Yes, he has. He is a big driving force in the middle of that line.
4th down and almost 3. Cluthe out of the gun. They have trips to the left side. They may look to the right. Fisher Brown, the wide out there, he's one of Cluthe's favorite targets. Kagan Jones has single coverage on that side. Now they're going to run it straight ahead. Boy, that's going to be close inside the 33 to the 32-yard line. And I think that's going to be just enough for a Bulldog 1st and 10. And they're going to mark it at the 25-yard line. It's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs.
Well, Steve, just as quick as they were down, they're back up. Dardanelle flips the field, scores a touchdown. They're up 20-17.
They can do that. Their offense doesn't take a lot of time. Cluthe back to pass, looking left, under pressure, has a man wide open at the 5 and misses him. Boy, the Apaches blew that coverage. Pass went down, intended for Joseph Rhodes, and he didn't have anybody within 10 yards of him. Luckily, the ball falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Apaches caught a break on that one. We're under 4 minutes to go in quarter number 3. 46-6, Pottsville with the lead. Bulldogs with the ball. This is their first possession of the second half. Pottsville showing a blitz from the right side. They give it to Logan Marcellus over the right side. Straight ahead up the hash mark inside the 21 to the 20-yard line. Going to be 3rd and 5 coming. Well, Marcellus has been predominantly the leading ball carrier in this second half, and he's looked good. Logan Marcellus picking up yards on the 3rd and 5. Play clock down to 15 as the Bulldogs get to play from the sideline. Marcellus the back in the backfield with Cluthy on the 3rd down. They give it to Marcellus again. He's inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. I think he's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down, but it's going to be close.
We'll call that one inches.
4th down. Nope, they're going to call it a 1st down. Marcellus with the ball carry.
Oh, they gave it to him. Wow.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs. They are at the 16-yard line. The ball's actually between the 15 and the 16. 2:28 to go in the 3rd. Pottsville leads it 46-6. Cluthy takes the shotgun snap, rolls to the right, under pressure. His pass is going to be incomplete at the 5-yard line. Apache pass rush has been there the whole night. Cluthy just had to get rid of that one.
Yeah, they've been disrupting him since the start of this game, Steve. It's really nice to see from our Apache defensive line.
2nd down and 10. Bulldogs, I think, will get this play off, but this may well be the last play of the 3rd quarter with the sportsmanship timing rules. From just outside of the 15, Bulldogs have 4 eligible receivers on the left side of the formation. They're going to run it that way. Marcellus will get inside the 15, spins down at the 14, may have got to the 13-yard line. Excuse me, that was Blackman, the ball carrier. Kai Mahan credited with the tackle after the pickup of 3. We'll put the ball at the 14-yard line. 3rd down and 7. We'll be under a minute to go when this play is completed. Wide out to the left side of the formation is Rhodes. He's going to draw single coverage. They may try him on a corner route. High snap. Cluthy chases the ball. Gets tackled. Cannot pick it up. It's loose at the 29. And I think the Apaches are going to fall on it. They are. Fumble recovered by Braden Gaines. And the Apache defense will stop the Bulldog drive on a fumble recovery.
Got a couple turnovers on downs tonight, but an actual turnover is really nice to see for this defense.
So the Apaches are making some offensive changes with a 46-6 lead. I don't think they'll even get this play off before the 3rd quarter is done. Pace Bartlett at quarterback. Multiple substitutions in the game for Pottsville. 4-3. Yeah, I don't think the Pottsville Apaches are going to snap this ball. We'll come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Pottsville leading Waldron by a score 46-6. We're back in 1 minute.
At Van Horn Welding, every project starts with hard work and pride in what we build. Our licensed team combines experience and teamwork to bring strong ideas to life. From big jobs to small details, we put care into every weld, every cut, every connection. Because we're more than a company. We're a family right here in Arkansas, serving our neighbors with skill, honesty, and commitment. Van Horn Welding, building strength, building community. Hey Arkansas, it's time. Dirks is crushing it in the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights $1 million stadium renovation. Scan the QR code right now and vote like your school depends on it, because it does. Vote daily through October the 24th, and let's light up Arkansas athletics. Dirks is in first place. Let's keep them there.
So I remember right, isn't Dirks an old oil boom town when Arkansas had oil discovered in that part of the state?
Yes, sir, I believe it is. It's a small town. It's a long way off.
But we wish them well. We would most definitely like to see them come up with that new stadium. Maybe we can get Coach Russ to schedule them when they get that built. We need to go down there and play.
That'd be fun. Arkansas Sports Network was there with Dirks last week. They treated us well. We were happy to be there, putting on the stream for them. They had a Tough loss, but it was a great game.
Pace Bartlett now in at the quarterback spot for the Apaches. He has two backs in the backfield. Pottsville leads at 46-6 as we start the third quarter. Handoff straight ahead. Ball carrier is Ashton Sellers. He'll get to the original line of scrimmage and then fall forward to the 30 to pick up a yard. Multiple substitutions into the game. Wyatt Gay, number 53, is in on the offensive line. Bartlett has the play. We'll try to pick up as many members of the Apaches on the field now as we possibly can. Bartlett, the quarterback, has one running back behind him. Blitz coming. It's picked up. Pass to the right side. Flanker screen complete at the 30. Up the hash across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Kaufman, the receiver. Tackle made by the Bulldogs, number 54, Jaron Daggs. Pass completion out to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 6. Third down and 4. Wide out comes to the near side of the field. That's Bentley Roberts. One wide out to the right side of the field. Offset I formation behind the Apache quarterback Bartlett. Toss to the near side on the option. Cutting it inside at the 40 to the 42, the 43-yard line. Ball carrier for the Apaches, Logan Wilson. He has a first down on the run. Nice option pitch there.
Yeah, great job by Bartlett. Had the right read. Made a great pitch.
Pickup of 7 yards on the play for the 1st and 10. We are under 10 minutes to go in the ball game with the Apaches leading 46-6.
We're past our down now. They're at 10:30.
And you tell me the Sand Lizards are kind of taking control of that game a little bit?
They are. They just had an interception. 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter there, and they are driving. They're on their own 20, or the Clinton 20, excuse me.
Bartlett on the counter give to Wilson. Gets across midfield, went from the right hash to the left hash into Bulldog territory. Pickup of about 7 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 from the 48-yard line. Ball just inside the 48.
See if our second team get a score here. It'd be nice.
9:29 to go in the ball game. Trig Kaufman, the wide out to the left side of the formation. Bentley Roberts wide to the right. Slot on the near side as well on the 2nd down and 3. Bulldogs show blitz. Pass over the middle is going to be complete at the 35-yard line. That's a 1st and 10 on the completion to the Apaches.
Number 40.
Remington Rudder. To the 33-yard line. Pickup of 15 for the 1st down. Nice throw that time by the Apaches.
Was good throw and catch by these underclassmen.
At the 32-yard line, 1st down and 10 for Pottsville. Bartlett takes the snap, rolls to the right. Good blocking on that side of the formation. Finds a secondary receiver, and then it's incomplete at the 32-yard line. Nice job by the Apaches. Braden Gaines picking up a blitzer on the right side to give the quarterback Bartlett a chance to throw the football. Penalty flag is called, a hold on the Apaches. So the penalty will move the ball back to the 42-yard line. Be 1st down from the 42. Clock continues to roll. We will be under 8 minutes to go with Pottsville leading at 46-6.
Dardanelle just scored again. They're up 26-17.
Yeah, that game going to be tough for Clinton to come back. That's not their style. A lot of points in a short time is kind of not their game. Bartlett shotgun snap, rolling right, being chased by Bulldogs, is going to get caught at the 45-yard line. I believe that was Zavi Cruz making the stop. Ball is marked at the 43, loss of a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 22 for the Apaches. We'll be under 7 minutes to go in the game by the time this play is snapped. 46-6, Pottsville with the lead. Slot coming to the near side. Jonah Maror, I believe, is the slot receiver. Give to the fullback across the 43 to the 42-yard line. Give straight ahead by Pottsville. Sellers, the ball carrier, gets to the 40. Tackle made by Branson Mick of the Bulldogs. Bring up third down at about 15 from the 40-yard line. Again, a slot to the left side. In fact, two slot receivers. Empty set behind Bartlett. Gets the high snap, brings it down. Throws it to the left or right side of the field. It's going to be intercepted by the Bulldogs. Return across the 50. Foot race to the end zone. Well, there is a huge hold. This one's coming back. Waldron with a holding call. Boy, that was bad, obvious, as Pace Bartlett was trying to get away, get off a blocker, and the Bulldog blocker just grabbed him and held him for about 6 or 7 seconds. Bulldogs are going to get the ball, but after a holding call, they'll bring it back to at least the 30, and they'll mark off the penalty. I would think it'll end up at about the 45-yard line.
Got a score update. Lamar Dover, they're up 21-7.
Yeah, he got his money's worth on that hold.
Yeah, he did.
I guess if you're going to get a penalty, you just as well really go all the way with it. Now we had another penalty dropped in at the 45-yard line, so I don't know what that is. That may have just been where they're going to spot it. Whitehead comes over to talk to the Pottsville coaching staff, including Coach Rust. We are not privileged to this discussion, and it's probably just as well. Holding call on the Bulldogs. A penalty is going to be declined because there's a personal foul on the Bulldogs. Blindside block by the Bulldogs. That happened at the 45, so that's actually going to take the ball back to the 40-yard line. So Pottsville declines the hold because that would have been at the 30-yard line. They take the 15-yard mark off. So the Bulldogs will have it on the interception with 4:37 left to go in the ball game. Clock continues to roll. Bulldog football at the 40-yard line. So the interception does stand. So it'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Looks like they're going to send a different quarterback into the ball game. Looks like Austin Hudson, number 2, will take the shotgun snap with 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to give it to the right side. No, that's Hudson handing it off. Josh McLeod, the ball carrier from Hudson. Tackle made by Reed Madison for the Apaches at the 43-yard line. Pick up a 3, 2nd and 7. 46-6, the Apaches lead this ball game with 3:40 to go in the contest. 46 unanswered points by the Apaches to put this game away. Some of the Apache backups getting some valuable time. Bulldogs going to try a screen. It's well read by the Apaches. Good play by Logan Wilson. He saw that screen coming all the way. If that ball had been thrown near the receiver, Logan had a pick 6 going the other way. What a good play by Logan Wilson. The incompletion will bring up 3rd down from the 43-yard line. 3rd down and 7. 3 minutes to go in the contest. The Apache cheerleaders are out running on the track. What are they doing? They're running the wrong direction. I ran track years ago. You run the other way. Years ago in 150 pounds. Handoff to Marcellus. He's hit right at the 46-yard line. Big hit by the Apaches. Getting in on that play, Michael Paramo making one of the hits. Trig Kaufman also there. It's going to bring up 4th down as the pickup is to the 47. Yeah, it looked like the cheerleaders were running a 400-yard dash in reverse. Well, that shows you how old I am. I said 400 yards, 400 meters now, isn't it? 4th down and 3 for the Bulldogs. 2 minutes left to go in the game. The Apaches lead at 46-6. Shotgun snap. Hudson rolls to the left, looking over the middle. Has the ball complete. Good catch at the 40-yard line. Nice job by Joseph Rhodes pulling that in and getting a foot down for the first down for the Bulldogs. Pickup of 13 on the play. 1:45 left to go in the game. Bulldogs would like to get another touchdown if they could. The Apache second-team defense out trying to stop them from doing that. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball's at the Apache 40. Pottsville showing all-out blitz. The Bulldogs are going to run it. Quarterback Hudson keeps it, turns the corner at the right side. He's going to be at the 15, the 10, the 5, into the end zone for a touchdown for the Bulldogs. No penalty flags on this one. 40-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Austin Hudson. He had some very good blocking on that play. And I would assume the Bulldogs are probably going to go for 2 here with a minute to go in the game. There's even no dead ball here, so the Bulldogs may not get this play off. It's 46-12 with a touchdown. We're under 50 seconds to go in the game. Bulldogs are going to go for 2. Hudson earned the right to stay in for the 2-point play on the 40-yard touchdown run. He's going to keep it himself. Met right at the line of scrimmage, and the 2-point conversion is going to fail. Justin, we got time for one more Sand Lizard update, if you would.
26-17 still with 6 minutes left. I believe Clinton's got the ball, and they're driving.
So the Jackets not done yet.
They are not.
In fact, I don't think Pottsville's going to even make the Bulldogs kick this ball off. Play clock's under 17, 11 seconds to go in the game. So your final score, the Pottsville Apaches are going to defeat the Waldron Bulldogs for the conference win by a final of 46-12. We'll come back and wrap this game up from John Needham Stadium after this 1-minute timeout.
Has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
Supporting the Pottsville Apaches all season long, Smooth Running, Heating and Air, E&F Roofing, Fleet Tire, Point S Tire and Auto Service, The Granite Shop, Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty, Van Horn Welding, and Tyson Foods, Metcalf Trucking, and Premier Facilities Group. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying tonight's broadcast.
Pottsville Apaches win this game by a final of 46-12. Bulldogs scored the early touchdown to go up 6-0, and then Pottsville with 46 unanswered points before the Bulldogs scored on their final possession to make the final 46-12. With the win, the Apaches improve overall to 4-2. They are 2-1 in conference play. There's this big game going on across the river. How do I find it if I want to watch it, Justin?
Go to Arkansas Sports Network on YouTube, Facebook. You'll find it. It is 26-24. Clinton just scored again. It's a 2-point game with 6 minutes.